Hello.
Oh, wait a minute.
We're professionals.
We're back.
Hello.
You can't blame me on that because nobody remembered that was happening.
Yeah, no.
Nobody remembered that was happening. And we're live.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
welcome to the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast.
Woohoo!
Episode number 69.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it worked or not.
I don't know.
It-
We're good.
Yeah. We're gonna watch on here and see if it works. Yeah.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you guys on the chat? I hope you're on the
I'm
chat.
getting there right now because this
'Cause
was an
I'm-
alarming start.
Yeah, I'm not on the...
Hello,
My Twitch is
the
like
Cake
not
Man.
working.
Hello, Elasno.
Hey,
Hello,
guys.
Asgardian Leviosa.
Oh, what? That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the chat is working.
Yeah.
This is the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast. We've been gone for a while, but this is filmed live on Twitch right now.
Yep.
Currently.
I hope so. Yes.
If you're
Yes.
listening to this in the future, it is not.
Very good. Very astute of you.
It's about the. It's about.
Oh,
It's
God.
about it. You can watch it here, obviously on Twitch. You can be part of the conversation, any conversation that we are having. Chime in, and these guys will watch for it because I'm not watching this.
There we go. I'm
Well,
on
no.
it. I'm on it.
There you go.
Here we go. We're here. We're ready.
You can follow us on Twitter at
Yep.
CMG_Gamecast and everywhere else at Casual Misfits Gaming.
Sweet.
Everywhere else. I'm Matt Rojas, aka the Dread Pirate, and with me as always.
Not always. I did miss one.
Okay, he missed.
I did. I'm sorry. I
That's
failed
the
you
figure
all.
of speech.
Yeah. I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No jeans. Oh, so beautiful.
We did it.
We did it.
Oh,
And on the
very
far end,
We got Robert Link, also known as Rob Dog 1991.
Rob Dog 1991.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're obviously here and ready. to go.
We're obviously,
We're obviously
all right,
ready now.
You ready, Ate?
Oh
What?
God.
I'm just waiting.
Are you?
Okay.
Are you waiting?
Yes. I'm doing very important things.
Anyways, I'd like to start every podcast off with what we've been doing, what video games we've been playing, because this is a video game podcast. We will try to talk everything in the world of video games, and we might miss some, but we give you a chance at the end of the show to tell us what we missed, and we'll talk about it.
We missed a lot, but hey, it's okay.
Robert,
Yes.
it's been a while.
Ooh. Yes, it has.
What have you been playing?
Dota. Lots of Dota.
What?
Yeah. Dota.
I'm skipping you.
Okay.
James, why did you get into the world of Dota?
They have a cool like arcade style game in there called Auto Chess, and I love it. And I've been playing way too much of it. It's so much fun.
And that's right. You talked
So you're
about
playing
that last
chess.
time.
It's not even chess. Okay, I don't even want to try to explain it because I'm gonna sound too nerdy. So I'm gonna leave it
No,
alone.
now you have to explain it.
No. Damn it. All right, so
Sorry.
it's the characters in Dota.
Got
It is on a chessboard, yes.
Okay.
So you're playing chess.
No, but it's on a chessboard for
Okay.
whatever reason.
Okay.
Every turn you get a set amount of gold,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use that to buy people that are waiting on like your bench. And once you buy characters, you can put them on the field as long as your level's high enough. And you build different characters that have different synergies with each other. So there's different races, there's different like factions, and you fight other people. And it's a tournament. It's kind of just you lose a few points. If you lose until you lose 100 points, then you're out. And there's 12 people, and it goes
How
on
do you
for like
fight
an hour.
other people? What's the
It's just as soon as you put the pieces on the board,
Mm-hmm.
it's automatic. So whatever's on the board ready to go, those pieces fight the opponent pieces, and it's just RNG. Whatever happens, happens.
Oh.
It's kind of fun though, because you can build a really cool synergy with different players.
So it's kind of like what go on.
What do you play?
Well, it's kind of like what I'm playing, Minion Masters, where you have this. It's similar to what you're doing. Instead of being on a chessboard, you have a field, and you just have them go out, and you're doing. Yeah, it's like a
yeah, same thing. This is fun. They've got like assassins, they've got orcs, goblins, mages, anything that's in Dota and like basic, any other type of game. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. That's what I've been playing a lot of. Oh, and then I made a Hackintosh, which I think I sent you guys pictures of that one.
Yeah.
Just a HTPC that runs Mac as well, so that the girls can play The Sims on the TV. Yay!
Can you just?
Hey, she
There's-
bought all the packs on Mac, so I had to get a Mac that was powerful enough to run The Sims at max settings on a big screen. So
you
I
bought
built
like
one.
a 1992 Mac? Is that what
Hey,
you did?
The Sims 4. I built one. Okay, I built a good Mac that runs it very, very well. Yeah.
The epitome of Apple gaming is Sims.
Essentially, the epitome of Apple gaming is a Hackintosh. That's how it works. That's how you beat them.
Did you guys see that meme with the with
Orange
the
vanilla Coke.
MacBook Air holding up like they have it propped to hold up a window, and it says, "Look, Mac does support Windows."
That's pretty good.
How's the chat going, Ate? You
Um,
left.
You
Well-
can buy people?
Yeah, last
Oh,
note.
no, come on. It's you can buy characters. I'm sorry.
We do not condone
endorse.
buying people. Okay.
Yeah, and then Kegman says he wants me to talk about D&D. We can talk
Which
about
we
it.
will. We
We
will.
will.
We'll get to
there.
it.
We'll get
Don't
there.
worry. Lots of D&D talk, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Man, my throat is all...
By the way, Matt, this is an orange vanilla Coke.
Oh, we need to talk about
Orange
that.
vanilla Coke.
How are you gonna bring in an orange vanilla Coke here?
I don't know. It's fancy.
What? You think you're better than us?
Well, didn't
Our
didn't
Coke
Ate
isn't
bring
good
that
enough for
damn
you?
French water in that one time?
Yeah, but that's
sorry.
sophisticated. This is
First off,
This is like
Perrier.
entitled white boy crap.
Hey,
This
this is American class.
this is Coke isn't good enough.
Orange and vanilla.
It actually sounds really good. I'm just jealous. That's all that is.
Exactly.
I had
Exactly.
some. It's pretty good.
Is it good? Son of a-
It's really good.
Yeah.
They even have a diet version. Just spot.
Now it's kind of a polarizing subject because some people like either like it or you really hate it.
Oh,
So it's depending on your taste.
it's subjective, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like most things taste.
It's not like Coke where everybody loves Coke.
unless you're a heathen.
Yeah.
And you're like a Pepsi person.
Uh,
Nobody likes
I
those
prefer
people.
Pepsi. No, you don't.
No, you
No,
don't.
you don't.
Your parents preferred Pepsi, and you went along with the,
You know,
for the
honestly,
ride.
you'd probably
And now you're
prefer
fighting a
RC Cola
crusade
at
you
that
don't
point.
actually care about.
RC Cola is good.
No, I know. But if
RC
you're
Cola-
saying you prefer Pepsi over RC Cola, then you also
you're
prefer RC
you're
Cola.
mad.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's insane. All right.
This is how our podcast goes. Stupid tangents.
I like tangents.
No, Jeans. What games have you been playing? Digital chess?
No, I did play some Mini Masters a lot because they just started a new season. I've actually been playing this last week Modern Warfare because they released it last month.
I tried playing it. It's a little glitchy, but I tried playing it.
Glitchy.
Yeah, there's like people like jumping around in it.
Wait, did they release it like?
The remastered version.
Yeah, the remaster you got it free
Oh,
for
that's
PS
cool.
Plus.
I
Yeah,
didn't
there was
know that.
it was last month.
Oh,
So I've
We
been
did-
playing it. For me, it's been
Is it
just
pretty?
fine. I mean, yeah.
It felt fun. It was fun, but yeah.
And they have a lot more modes in there. Like they have prop hunt in there now, and different things like that. Prop hunt is
I just realized he only gets his gaming news from us.
who?
sometimes. Yeah.
Him, because
Oh yeah.
I pay attention to a very specific set of gaming.
the beginning of the month is
Very
when we announce what
specific.
PS Plus gets
Yes.
and Xbox Gold.
Yes, I
Yeah.
missed
and
that
he
one.
had no idea that we're getting.
I missed that one. Hey, I'm not usually a Modern Warfare fan anyway, but
Even
hey,
the first one.
I had it. I played it,
It was great.
but it's not like I've been religiously playing those games since then.
No, I just want to feel some sort of nostalgia. So
I just want to
wanted
feel
to. That's
some
what I
kind of
wanted to.
happiness.
I was kind of hoping that everybody got it because that'd be kind of a fun.
I haven't.
Everybody.
I'm sure I got it because I've been paying for that PS Plus.
Did you
stuff.
download
Oh,
it?
son of a gun! I guess I'm buying it.
Yeah, because you could do
It's like
some
20
pretty.
bucks.
Yeah, it's a lot of. You can do some party games like not party games, but private party games.
You guys sure
Nice.
it's still not online?
I don't know.
I mean,
I think it is. I think it's still there. I think I'm lucky. I think I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be able to get it for free.
You know, if you have the fancy app right now, you can just download it to your PS4
You know what, man?
for free.
I'm not that fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a
I have
poser with your
I have
orange vanilla Coke.
Coke, but I'm not that
Gosh.
fancy.
And
okay?
I've been playing some Sea of Thieves because Sea of Thieves is fun. They're coming out with a
You
new.
always play Sea of Thieves.
Well, yeah, it's a fun game.
All right.
I feel
And
like he gave you
fine.
his excuse before you went
Yeah.
off on your.
they're having the new update on April 30th as well, so that's gonna bring a lot of stuff: fishing, hunting.
Fishing.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, fishing.
Hunting though. What are you gonna hunt with? Your just sword? Just
I mean,
go,
you already have a
You
rifle.
have a gun.
Oh, you do have rifles.
We're not cavemen. We're pirates.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
They're adding harpoon guns to the ships. They're
Pirates.
they're adding arena mode. So that's it's like a PvP like
I
competitive.
thought they already
mode.
added that.
I didn't
No.
know pirates actually did arenas. That's kind of cool. Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
Or
they're
is that just for the
gladiators.
game?
They're
They're
little known
pirates?
fact. Pirates were actually
Gladiators?
enslaved
outta
gladiators that
here.
fought for their lives.
You're lying.
Yeah,
Okay.
Not
good.
really.
Good. That's all. I was like, no way. I'm
no,
gonna
it's
go
a
look
thing.
this
It's
up.
actually a thing. I was
No
joking.
way.
It's a thing. Yes.
All right. So this is where I get my history for the week, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't believe it, but I'm gonna look it
I
up
think
on
it was.
Wikipedia.
Oh, and they're also adding an actual story mode to Sea of Thieves,
Thank God.
like an actual story
That's
mission.
the only thing I can never find out. Like, I can never really pick if I like the game because when I get into it, I don't know what the hell to do.
Well, that's just because you don't know how to
I
play
don't know.
the
I don't
game.
know how to play the game.
Controllers are hard. I get it.
Man.
Well, we play on the PC,
Yeah, I play on PC, man.
keyboard and mouse.
Oh.
And they're also adding keyboard and mouse to the Xbox version as well if you want to have that.
So if you want a little more history on the Gladiator Pirates,
Oh, you can put on makeup now.
there's a
They've had
there's a
makeup
movie
for
you can
while.
go see that talks about it. It's got
If
Russell
you-
Crowe in it, so you can.
I was gonna be like, if you give me some well-known movie, I'm gonna be pissed off right now.
Oh, as Guardian Leviosa says in the chat, fishing, hunting, putting on makeup while you're up there. It's a Eddie Izzard reference.
Oh, my bad. My bad. See, I'm just off the ball today.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I got 4.5 hours of sleep.
But yes,
Trying
you
my
can actually
best.
put makeup on in Sea of Thieves
What
as
kind of makeup?
face paint.
See, this is the
There's-
part that I'm
there's-
interested in.
There,
This
this is the
bring him
hook.
back.
This is the hook that
This
brings
is
it
the
in.
hook right here.
No, they got like war paint and
Can I go like
you can
full,
shoot
can I go
people.
full geisha?
Yes, but can you
Yeah.
put on
I go full
makeup?
geisha?
yeah.
That's kind of weird, but okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Emphasis on the
there's-
gay.
You know what, man?
We're actually gonna be last one I asked, are you gonna be broadcasting Sea of Thieves game day soon? Actually, I'm probably doing that tonight. So if people want to play with me,
Tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
I see we've been doing. Man, it's been a whole month, so we did some D&D as well.
Some?
Uh,
I think you guys did a lot
I-
of D&D. I think I had at least 15 hours in a month.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's about how much I did.
Man, I'm on the ball.
Because I play with you, then also play with our other group.
Yeah, I had 2 campaigns that I did.
Yeah. So a lot of D&D. Now level 4 with our campaign.
Nice.
No, because we're on the same thing, right?
Are we level 4 now?
Yeah, we're level 4.
Sure.
You didn't update your character
I don't remember. When did we do level 4?
at the beginning of the
Oh, then I'm updated.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because if you're playing a level 3 warlock and I'm a level, well, you're not a
I'm
warlock.
a paladin.
You're a
My
paladin.
level 2 paladin's better than your level 3 warlock, so 4 warlock, so it's fine.
Okay, we done?
Yeah. All right. So
Moving on.
Matthew.
There's no reason to throw that shade, but I
Ivy
did.
Quinn in the chat says level 3 forever because in our campaign, she kept on forgetting what level she was, and so it's kind of turning to a running
Level
gag.
3 forever.
Yeah, so we're always level 3, even though we're level 8 now.
So
Now you got me confused, and I kind of want to check, but I won't.
Yeah.
What games have I been playing, guys?
And hold on one thing.
Oh,
Claw says
nobody cares.
shaking my head at no D&D stream.
He's going to do it soon. We've already
We're-
talked about it this morning.
We literally were talking about this
This-
morning.
this we were.
And
Literal.
literally, if you're
Literal.
British.
Quite literally.
Quite literally.
Quite literally.
Wow.
We are talking about doing one. And we got to get a cast together. And we're trying to convince Robert to do it, even though he knows nothing about D&D.
I'll try.
And it's
You-
fun to have a noob there.
Okay.
Just whatever you do, don't choose a druid as your first character.
Yeah.
Too many forms.
That's part
It's
of
not
it.
even your final form. Okay, have you guys watched the new Star Trek?
First season.
Don't ask me
Okay,
about Star Trek.
so I started
That's not
watching
my
the new
thing.
Star Trek.
That's
and
a good segue, by the way.
Every time that Frieza mother effer pops up on the,
The which one?
there's a Frieza-looking dude on the bridge of Star
No.
Trek of Discovery.
You just think final form every time?
Every time I'm like, why is
Come on,
Frieza in my Star Trek? Every time she pops up on the screen, I'm like,
Well,
every time.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, that was my tangent. I don't know why there's a Frieza-looking person there, but if you
Now I
watch
need to see
Discovery, you know what I'm talking about, unless you're no genes apparently. Because
okay, so we went from Sea of Thieves, D&D, Star Trek in a matter of like 5 minutes. With
that's what happens.
That's how
So,
it happens.
I'm
Oh,
watch-
yeah, Claw, you can pick my character as long as it's not super embarrassing or annoying. Do it.
we can make you a...
Claw wants to pick.
Claw gets to pick.
Claw
Hold on.
gets to pick.
Hold on, let's just spitball here. So let's just make him a gnomish barbarian.
Ooh.
So I'll be a tiny barbarian.
With little man syndrome.
That sounds like fun, actually.
Napoleon...
Can I just get like an extra like added attack speed whenever someone makes fun of my height? Is there a way to make that happen?
Rage.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, if he's a barbarian, he can have rage.
And I'll also be an alcoholic. That's just my own choice.
Yeah, you could do that.
I feel like this is a good start. All right. What games have I been playing? I finally beat Spider-Man.
Spider-Mans!
Wow.
Yeah. No, I couldn't find it. So when we moved in January, I went to go play Spider-Man, and my disc was gone. Nowhere to be seen. And I couldn't find it. Checked all
Don't you
these
have
boxes.
like the Spider-Man PS4 that like came preloaded with Spider-Man?
No, it came with a disc.
Oh.
It came with the actual Spider-Man case. And
Okay,
everything.
and you don't know where it is.
I couldn't find it, and I was looking everywhere. It was in a random box inside the kids' playroom closet, and I forgot that there's even a closet there.
Like
honestly,
the disc or like the
It was in-
entire
it was-
game.
the whole thing. Yeah, the whole.
Okay,
game,
I was
yeah.
like just the disc.
No,
It's
no.
like
was in their closet in a thing that said kids movies, and I'm like, you mother.
well, it's Spider-Man. It's a kids movie.
So yeah, I don't know how I got
Adults
there, but
don't watch Tobey Maguire Spider-Man anymore, so somebody's got to.
we don't. Right, we don't. Yeah, no. What's Toby who?
Toby what?
I don't even know who that is.
Dude, I saw Into the Spider-Verse in this last month.
So good.
So good.
That's the best Spider-Man
Monte, have
movie
you
ever
seen
made.
it?
No.
So good.
Best Spider-Man. I've watched it like no joke over 10 times
It's so-
since
it's
that movie
just-
came out.
I haven't.
You gotta
That
watch
movie is
it.
amazing.
I don't watch a lot of things.
No, you gotta watch it.
You got to watch it.
Because it's like Sony understood that they made too many Spider-Mans, and they made a Spider-Man movie that mocks how many Spider-Man movies they made. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
And then
They
we don't-
openly mock themselves in the movie.
It's great.
Like it's, ooh.
Yeah, you had to see it. Anyways, so I beat Spider-Man. That was great. Haven't beaten the DLC, but I'll do that now that I found the game. I literally found it this week, so that's why it's on
Good.
fresh
It's okay.
in my mind.
You did it. Now you got 3 DLC packs, right?
Yeah, I gotta play those. I imagine they're not as long.
Yeah. No, I don't think.
No,
they
they're
will.
like only like 12 hours ish.
Yeah, 12 hours. Okay, so
No.
I will play it.
Well, about 4
for-
hours. That's
for
not that
each?
bad. Yeah, 4 to
We
10.
did a lot of. So
think
then I
about
did a lot of
Around
D&D.
there.
Okay, lots of D&D.
I have to tell a story about
Okay.
about one thing that happened.
D&D.
In D&D?
Yes.
D&D.
He's going to tell.
Everybody get ready.
He's going to tell.
He's going to tell. We got it.
I don't.
You
get
didn't have to get it.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
We got it.
Go
We
ahead.
enjoyed ourselves.
fine.
Some of our audience got it. Think
It
you're
just
coming in
is,
here,
You guys are
his,
an odd bunch. Whatever.
his-
coming here with your orange vanilla Coke, trying to pretend like you're cultured.
Yeah.
You're
You
an
know what, man?
uncultured swine.
I'm gonna sit here and.
Put your pinky up. Put your pinky up. There you go. What's the chat saying?
Oh,
Wait,
hey,
that-
my dudes. Is one of you fine gentlemen shop at the GameStop in Spring Valley a few weeks ago?
I don't live in Spring Valley, so it had to be one of these two. What'd you guys buy and
I
therefore not
have
pay for?
shopped there,
What'd you
I've
steal?
been-
before,
I've been in a few GameStops,
but I don't
think
live
I've
in
been
San
to that
Diego
one.
anymore. But I have shopped there before.
What did you guys take? 'Cause
Oh.
It's obvious. He's coming at us right now online.
Yeah. Oh, CMG Explorian says, oh, that was me probably. So it could have been
Oh,
Chris,
it's our buddy Chris.
There's no way, was it?
our loyal mod.
No, what was he doing in Spring Valley?
Where is Spring Valley?
I don't even know.
It's right next to Rancho San Diego.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh.
wasn't me.
So I used to go there. I
Okay,
used to
yeah,
go to
that
that GameStop all the time.
I'm curious what he has to say.
But it wasn't a few weeks ago.
You
'Cause I
were
moved.
served by my wife.
My
Served?
Uh,
Wait. Like under like legal consideration served? Or like your wife helped one of us out?
Showed up in a mustache, asked if this is Chris.
You go to the GameStop.
He said yes, then she took it off.
Ah, gotcha.
You've been served. And this guy's like, that's my wife. Just pops out of the bushes.
We're not making fun. This is just what we do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We just go on tangents. Our brains go places that most people shouldn't. Anyways, so D&D. I played, but thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
And
We won't serve
appreciate
you.
it.
Don't worry.
Well, we might.
Unless you're here.
Don't
for
try to
fun
screw us
times.
legally, because then we could serve you.
Everything that you see, IP.
First
You don't
impressions
take-
are everything.
First impressions. Anyways, so when a halfling bard
Okay.
says, let's go get this gem because it'll restore the land in which we're in to a fruitful state. It can, grow and
It's a mighty gem.
yeah. So it's
reality?
it's
It's
yeah.
reality
No,
gem?
this D&D. We're talking
Reality
D&D.
gem?
Keep up.
You got the reality gem?
Yes, reality gem. So
You know,
he
the
tells you
five more,
this,
he's got the whole gauntlet.
and you think it's a noble cause, right? Then you have to remember this guy's a freaking drunkard, and he just wants it so they can make wine again.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
We almost got our entire party killed. I'm not even kidding you. Freaking
Over a gem?
over a stupid gem in this witch's house. That the house also happens to be a construct that can freaking pop up and has these giant roots, and its melee range is 60 feet.
So it's a house that fights?
Yes.
The fighting
and
witch
she's
house.
floating in the air on this freaking cloud or not a cloud, it's like the Nimbus cloud, on this skull that acts like the Nimbus freaking cloud. Yeah. And she can go around and literally almost killed our entire
Oh, that
party.
was the hag, right?
Yes,
What kind
she's
of
actually a
skull
witch.
Or a
floats?
witch.
Ask the witch. Well, she's
It's
dead. You can't-
D&D.
Yeah.
It's magic. It's
Basically,
It's Appa the air bison.
yes, exactly. We were, and the entire time our DM's like, "Do you really want to do this?"
Oh my god.
Okay, and then we go and then we're talking nicely to her, and she's got all these scarecrows around that aren't doing anything, but we know because we've met them. At any point, they can come to life and screw us.
Hey.
What's happening?
Oh, nothing.
Somebody likes Ate best,
Well, that's rude.
other than your mom.
Oh,
No.
I'm waiting for.
Keep
her
on
to
going.
jump
Keep on
in.
going.
so dumb. Anyways, so we, so we're trying to talk to her, and then we see the gem glowing back there. In there, we see a glow coming from inside her house, but the house hasn't moved yet. So all we know is it's a house
With the glowy thing.
with a glowy thing inside. We're like, that's got to be where the gem is. And so we keep her talking, and I've got a buddy who can go invisible, and we have a history where we used to steal things together, or rather, he was the thief in our party before, and I kind of give him one of these guys, and yeah, rolled a 10 on that one, so that was great.
She was like, "Hey, sit there."
Hey, why don't you go steal the gem?
Jesus.
So.
Hey, you guys.
So then, knowing that I rolled poorly, Michael tries distracting her. He rolls poorly. He goes invisible, and he goes to pass behind me. That's our move. That's our move, right? The
Yeah.
1-2 punch is
Yeah,
he kind of walks
distracted.
behind me, somebody distracts, and he disappears. He's invisible. He's gone. Yeah, except for he rolled like a 2 on that. So
How do you roll a
So
2?
Michael's like, "Hey, look
Because
at that
it was a
bird."
deception
Some guy
check.
Just puts on a cloak and
Yeah.
just walks by.
he
like
made
a
us do a
ghost.
deception check. I'm like, not a stealth check, not a hey, you didn't. He's like, no deception. I'm like, he sucks at deception. Great. And so he rolled horribly, and then all of a sudden she's like, nope. So like apparently we could have walked out of there, but essentially we
You guys
screwed
have
it up.
Now I have to
worst
roll
rolls.
initiative.
Yeah, and we rolled. Now we're rolling initiative. Like son of a. But he was able to get inside the house.
Is he still in the house as it's going crazy?
So he runs in there, and then him going inside the house
Activates
triggers
the
the
house.
house, locks the door. He's like, oh crap, now he's stuck in there. And now the house raises off this little, it was on a tree stump. And no, it's like roots are like its legs, and it can hit anything. It's always
The
in melee
Walking Willow
range.
house.
So 60,
And-
60 feet is essentially the whole playing field.
The whole playing field.
What the fuck?
You never get an attack
Most-
of opportunity on it because its roots are always in melee range. You can always hit one of its roots.
Is there like a limit to what a DM should make?
I don't
No.
think he created this. Like it was
Oh,
like
this
a,
was already made. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, 'cause this seems kind of ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
Giant house.
The
thing.
entire
What
time I was
level-
sitting there going, "This is freaking ridiculous."
What level are you guys?
We are level 8.
You should know this.
That's pretty.
It was-
no, it's different.
It
Campaign.
was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah, because that's
And
something.
she's freaking like going at us. She tries doing this like finger of death move, like Shining Finger from Gundam, and like and I was able to counterspell. And then she tried doing a move that was going to wipe our entire party basically, and I had to roll for counterspell. He's like, roll, and she's doing it at like an 8th level spell. Yeah.
How does she have an 8-level spell?
Oh, because she's like a level 18 something or a 19 hag or something. Like 19. Yeah. Yeah. We were apparently not supposed to pick this fight, and he was like, please don't do this. Please. And the entire time he's sitting there like, okay, guys. Nope, go for it. And we're just like.
when the DM is telling you maybe you guys shouldn't be doing this, you should really pay
It's not
attention.
his role to do that, Ate.
But we literally, and
He
then
controls the universe. He's not God.
I was able to, and like literally it's the scariest roll I've ever done. And was able to counter the spell that was going to destroy us. And like literally I got my series like.
What level were you doing your counterspell at?
4. Yeah. So I had to
That's-
roll higher than a 17.
Wow.
Yeah. So, no, 18. And, yeah, scariest roll ever. And the whole party, like, erupts. It's crazy. And then all of a sudden we got a freaking, our cleric polymorphs our halfling, who is the reason we're there for his stupid wine, into a freaking T-Rex.
Oh,
and now
so-
there's a
so
T-Rex in
Drew's
the
a
middle of the
drunken
party.
halfling?
Yes. So now there's a T-Rex in the middle of this. I'm like, what the and freaking like clamps down on her. She's stuck in his mouth. But now we can't fire us. We're fighting the house. Long story short, we finally beat this thing. And we were like, oh my gosh. And he's like, you guys don't understand. I'm sitting here the entire time going, I'm about to kill my whole party. Because he's got to play it well. He's rolling well.
He's gotta play it where it lies.
Yeah. He knocked out. Oh, the very first thing that happens after she goes and that house goes, freaking Root comes out and freaking smacks the halfling Drew across the map and freaking downs him in one hit. Hits him for over 60 freaking damage.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go take a drink.
I'm gonna go away. So we're just like,
I'll be back.
Great. And then he came back as a T-Rex. It was awesome.
Wow.
So that was my D&D story. Sorry. We can get back to the podcast.
Actual podcast
That we're talking about video games. Have we lost you guys yet? We probably have. Sorry.
No.
D&D, yeah.
We're gonna do a D&D. All this to say, we're gonna do a D&D stream.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just haven't yet, but it's coming.
And we got ideas too, how to make it look pretty cool.
Ideas.
Pretty cool.
Ideas are a good thing.
Pretty
Unless
cool.
they come from Robert, then they're a scary thing. I'm kidding, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
Good. Okay.
This week in gaming news,
Twiggin.
Everybody saw the unfortunate thing that happened in Paris.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just kidding. I know. Yeah, I saw it.
Notre Dame burned down. It was
Not
very
fully, obviously.
pretty dang close.
The spire fell. That was pretty
Like-
That's a pretty big part.
If you guys saw the pictures, it was pretty insane.
The bees made it out. Apparently they were bees. They had actual bees on top of Notre Dame that they were like harvesting honey and stuff, and the bees are okay. Weird. I know
didn't
that
know
much.
there were bees.
Those are some
No-
holy bees.
Yeah, those. Nice. But yeah, the bees are okay. Yeah.
That's
Silver
good to
lining.
know.
Well, they
You can always count on good tidbits from Robert to add to the conversation.
and they did get most of the artifacts out. The 2 bell towers are still good.
They got the bees.
They got the bees.
They got the bees.
The bees made it, everyone.
Hey, bees are endangered. Okay.
Are they?
And
Okay.
the roof is gone, and they're saying that essentially they can't get the wood because they basically got the wood back in the day
From like it was like 27 acres of forest, right?
in France.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have that anymore. So
And
now
those
that-
trees aren't that big anymore. So it would take 3 trees to make what they did 1 beam. Yeah.
So now they have to outsource it somewhere else. So it's a lot, but they're already
I mean,
in.
it sucks, but you're already rebuilding it. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be in the same wood.
What kind of stinks though is that they were renovating it.
Oh, when it happened.
When it
Yeah,
happened,
it was
it's
in
like-
the middle of a renovation. I was
So
like,
now-
if you guys just left it alone, it
Yeah.
would have been fine.
I think it's an insurance scam. They're like, you know what?
No way.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No way. That would be the most ridiculous one ever.
All right, we're not going to be able to rebuild this, guys. Let's just burn it down.
But,
Yeah.
No.
we don't have enough of the wood. The wood's gone. The wood is gone.
Anyways, why is this relevant to
That's
our
why the
video
bees
game
survived.
podcast?
They got him out. Anyway, sorry.
You're so-
Why is it relevant?
Oh, they Oh, okay.
What?
No, Klaus says actually they have the wood ready to go. They planted them in the 1800s in case this would happen.
Wow.
See, this is why you have friends in Europe, because
This
they
is
let
great.
us
I
know.
didn't
They're
know
like,
that,
no,
yeah.
I've been to that forest.
Jeez. Lieutenant Forsyth. That's amazing.
Lieutenant Forsyth. Anyways, why is this relevant to video games?
Why
you
is
get
it
free
that-
games.
you
Woo!
He's so dumb. Because one of our most beloved franchises of all time puts a great effort into attention to detail. If you've played any of the Assassin's Creed games,
Man, I thought we were gonna say Batman, but go ahead.
close.
Those are good games.
Close. They actually did 3D map all of Arkham to make it right. They go in and they
They specifically flew to Arkham.
flew to Arkham. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So,
I partnered with Google. From Street View.
so anyways, they actually go in, and whether it's Rome, Italy, whatever, they 3D map the areas they're in and the landmarks that are there to a crazy amount of detail, to the point, and they did that with Assassin's Creed Unity for Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Sorry.
Dame.
Notre Dame is the other thing.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
I said Notre Dame earlier. I know.
Because they have these files, and apparently Google has some files too, between these two parties, they pretty much have to scale the blueprints to rebuild Notre Dame to its
Hopefully, yes. that'd be
final
nice.
form, I
Final
guess.
form. Thank you. Thank you for that.
So
Full circle. All right.
it's kind of cool, and I'm gonna throw a little bit of shade to politicians that have said video game isn't art.
Haha.
First off, F you. Second of all,
We're bringing art back.
look at
boys.
what they did to create a video game
Yep.
using real life art to create more art, and then that art that they
gonna
created
recreate the art.
is going to recreate the art that everybody automatically says is art because it's a building and not a video
Or
game.
not recreated, but now it is.
Art
If you can
section.
follow that loop, all that to say, you're wrong. Video
Wrong,
games
use art.
are art.
or
and-
can be.
Are. Not can be, are.
Well, I mean, would you say Pong is art?
Yeah.
Read
Yeah.
what Chris put
Oh, no.
at the bottom.
People of Earth, lend me your files.
Yeah. And
We're not going to spirit bomb the
It's in the
place.
final form, man.
Okay.
Final form.
Go ahead. No, jeans.
and also what Ubisoft is also donating a bunch of money to help renovate.
Yeah, there's tons. There's
No, so they are stepping up then.
yeah.
Good
well,
for
you know,
them.
it's kind of their baby. You know,
Aw.
they want to see it
Nowhere near there, baby.
I was
don't
gonna say how-
understand what.
That's their baby?
digitally.
Yeah, it's their digital baby.
It's
you
more
know.
like
I don't go walking
Adopted-
around
adopted-
my Tamagotchi like this is my baby.
Some people did.
It's my digital baby. Don't touch my Tamagotchi.
anyways.
But I'm excited. Yes,
You're
it'll be
excited.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right. This next one was kind of weird. Who put this up here?
I did.
There's no jeans.
Okay, you got stuff to talk
Everybody knows the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, right?
Yeah.
Will Smith.
about. Will
the
Smith,
Will
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah, I gotta
Apparently
pull
he's jumping into gaming.
To
now.
gaming.
up. Gaming.
What is he doing, by the way? I read it a little bit. He was partnering with some
Yeah, I'm pulling that up
like
right now because
basketball player or something for a
they're
venture.
they're doing like everything from having like video game teams, like esports teams, to let's see what else. There's a lot of things that they outlined.
Yeah, he's basically jumping in with the Japanese. They call him a footballer, basically a soccer player. What's what we call over here.
footballer.
I'm gonna butcher this.
Kaisuke.
Kisuke?
Kaisuke.
Kaisuke?
There's a U there.
Koisuke.
The U is usually swallowed. Right?
Yeah. It's Sasuke, not Sasuke.
I just
What?
kept all my jokes in.
What?
Yay me! I deserve a medal for that one.
Podcast 69, everybody.
Episode number 69.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it ready.
So this guy's name Cusco?
Cusco?
Cusco.
What's his name?
Cusco Honda.
Cusco?
I can say Honda. We're gonna call him Mr. Honda.
Mr. Honda.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus, that was.
They're putting what they're
They're basically they're gonna go and train gamers.
46 million together.
And they're gonna go tournaments and actually train gamers, and like they're investing in gamers' futures basically, and it's a noble cause.
I guess they have a
I mean, that's cool. I just.
they're using Gen G, which is the
I just don't know. Like, how did Will Smith get in on this? Like,
well, I mean,
is this his brainchild?
Because nobody says no to Will Smith. I don't
That's
understand
true. You're right.
I don't understand.
Will Smith said no to the Matrix.
I guess they got an Overwatch
That was sad.
team. I'm just
Has anyone told them how Blizzard's been doing lately?
well, that's
Overwatch is still good.
Just
Yeah.
say
It's
it.
still doing okay.
Just say it.
Yeah.
It's doing
Yeah.
so well. Maybe they'd have a tournament.
so now you have Rick Fox, you have Will Smith.
You have tons of people in
Yeah,
gaming.
there's
People who are all into gaming. Cool.
yeah, so
I wonder if that's what Will Smith is trying to do.
like emulate
Yeah.
that
Yeah, maybe.
possibly. I mean,
Because it worked out pretty well for him.
well,
He looks
yeah.
happy.
But yeah, so Will Smith is jumping in as well. And
That's
so,
so interesting.
I wonder who the
Did
next
you
person-
say he's
never
granting the
expected that.
wishes of gamers everywhere?
sometimes I wonder why I come to this thing.
Oh,
He's
that's
pouring
right.
into his soul latte.
It's okay.
I know he's thinking it. Anyways,
Ooh. Okay.
I
I don't
remember
think I wrote this in right because I was confused about what this was. The
you
X and
son
13.
of a.
13. I missed one. I put 12.
Do you even have a background for this?
Of course I do. You have to start.
I don't even want to start.
Start.
All right.
Come on.
What did
I
what
remember
did you
this
do?
game and put hours into
Just a
this
video.
game.
You guys are
okay.
stupid.
Okay. But nobody trusts you. This game behind us was... How many hours do we put into this game, Ate?
A lot, because I had it for the
Would you
PC, and then we
would
also
you
had it
say
for the...
69 hours?
Yeah, oh my
Was it-
gosh.
Yes.
I'm not gonna-
At least 69 hours is what I would say. You didn't want to... Okay.
This is what we're waiting for.
This game... We had it on GameCube, right?
Yeah, we had on GameCube, and we also had it for the PC.
It was it had a story mode, and the multiplayer was exceptionally fun.
Yeah.
It was one of the... It's one of the things that put like cell shading kind of on the map
Okay, so
as
this
far
is
as
a really
video
short
games
video.
go.
So if people are watching, they have no idea what this is. What is it about?
I forget the story.
I remember
Wow,
he
guys.
was no.
No.
If I remember, let me think about the game. He was
This is how excited
a
they are
trained
for
killer that was retired or something, and then
Was
they
it like
came
a
and found him. 'Cause I remember being in a cabin.
007 type of
Yeah,
guy.
and then like they tried killing him in there, and then I don't want to say it was like John Wick.
I was gonna
but
say,
it
like,
might
it's John
be,
Wick.
Like
This is-
I don't remember them killing his dog, but it could have been close.
it. They ended the game. He's like, "I'm back. I'm back.
I'm back."
And one of the cool things too is when,
I'm back.
it had a comic book feel too as well. Not just cell shading, but they made it like a comic book. So if you
Yeah.
like shot or
It'd go like from frame, and then
or if you were actually shooting, like you would see like it would like the cartoon or the comic book lettering of like bang 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 bang
Yeah.
would come up, and it was kind of
it was really cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a really fun multiplayer.
yeah.
I'm sure some of the people in chat play this game because this was like
They were teasing about making a 13-2 like years ago.
Years ago,
but then they
yeah.
never did it.
yeah.
But
So I'm excited for this. I will get this game, and we
Yeah.
will do some fun online battle. This
I
hopefully
wonder
it's online.
how much it would
November 20.
it will be. Like if it's just a remaster, maybe like $20.
No, remasters now are like 30.
40. Yeah, 30.
Yeah, 30 or 40.
Yeah,
If
but
they
this is such
add-
an old
Yeah,
game
you're
though.
right, true.
But
and
if
kind
they
of
add
obscure.
online play, I probably would pay full price for it because you're adding a whole nother
True.
element that wasn't
Well,
there.
no,
'Cause it
they-
was just LAN before.
No, they had
Oh
online.
no, it was online.
Yeah.
Not on GameCube though. On PC,
On
it
PC
was.
it
On
was.
PC, it was LAN. Never
Yeah.
mind. Or it was online. I remember that. Anyways, I'm excited for this game.
Yeah.
It should be a lot of fun going back to it. It was just cartoony and fun. It felt like you were in a comic book the entire time.
cartoony, but it felt like a real, like a serious comic book.
Yeah.
It wasn't like happy go lucky. It was like like a
Yeah,
It
there
was-
was like blood and everything. We
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have been playing it in, what was it, junior high and high school whenever we were playing it.
What?
High school. What?
It was cartoon.
What's
it was
his
it was
name?
comic booky enough that I was like, okay, this is not like obviously like
Yeah.
blood just spilling out. It was like like comic book blood splatter.
It was artistic.
artistic. Yeah,
It's artistic.
Artistic blood.
but no, it's a fun game, and I
artistic.
do look forward to just playing. What?
The blood splatter on the walls.
Yeah.
Artistic.
Anyways, yeah.
Bleed wherever I want to, James Franco.
I'll bleed over here.
This podcast is derailing
No,
so.
it's not. It's perfect.
It was never railed to begin with.
Railed.
We drove a train down a hillside without tracks, and you jumped on. This is
You
not
knew
our
what
fault. This
you
is
knew what
yours.
this was.
You knew what you were getting.
was.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I'm in the caboose, just holding on with 2 hands, like.
Oh.
Ugh.
Why do we
Trains.
have a podcast?
The,
I
the,
don't know.
the train's going.
David
balls to the wall.
Jaffe. Everybody knows who David Jaffe
Right?
is.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
David
Yeah, I do.
Jaffe.
Yeah, he made God of War.
And what else? What else did he do?
Other stuff.
Like
I forgot.
like Twisted Metal.
Yeah, Twisted Metal.
Okay,
God of
and
War.
and
And Drawn to Death.
there you go.
There you
I'm
go.
good. I got it. I got it.
Woo, he's here. David Jaffe,
On
one of the
top.
most
I had to
prolific.
tell him before.
Did you really?
You want to know
Yeah,
why?
I was so proud
You
of
wanna
him
know
for
No,
a
why?
second.
I had to tell him
Because
who's
this is
David-
podcast 69.
There was no reason for that. There was no.
It's because I wanted to.
Somebody take the mouse away from Robert. Anyways, What's great is we can't even hear it. That's the best part.
I know.
You
Everyone
guys
else
can hear
on
the
the street.
bam, 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 and we can't
Which
even
we
hear
hope
it.
it's doing it. It could not.
It could not
It
be.
could just be random little gifts, but who knows?
Who knows? Anyways, David Jaffe, one of the most prolific game developers, we'll say, of our generation.
Yeah.
Is apparently working on a new game.
Sweet.
Don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. I can't read that from here, so I'm going to let one of you guys take
Okay, it
this.
says the new game I'm designing is single-player story-based and designed and budgeted to be completed in 3 to 4 hours.
Not so woo. Less woo.
Less woo. Definitely
more,
less
more
woo.
ooh.
More like, ooh.
And he's asking, is that the future or is it that DOA? Something?
Funny, but as a player, man, that's what I'm dying for these days. No, I mean, I don't want a game to be like 40 hours, but I also don't want it to only be 3 to 4 hours.
Unless he's
that's-
making them episodic.
That's what I was going to say. If it's episodic,
That would be okay. That
It
would
could
be
work.
cool.
Yeah, because if the first one that he does well, he can then do
Yeah.
another one and just keep on doing
okay.
episodic.
Okay, let's
Now,
throw this out there, though. Flower,
Flower was not a 3 to
Journey,
4. Those are not 3 to 4 hour games.
they're short.
They're shorter.
They're
yes.
very short.
Yeah, I would say you could beat Journey in one sit down. If you're, a Flower was a bit more. That one took a bit longer to play because
Yeah.
if you want to complete everything, you had to do a bunch of stuff.
And you can only play in spring. That's the only time flowers are in bloom, so it was awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
What's going on?
I don't even know. Just keep talking, and then Matt will read it.
Okay.
Start at the top one, Matt.
Yeah, I'll see you keep talking.
But yeah,
but I mean that game company does those games pretty well, though. I mean that's what they do. David Jaffe's always been. I mean, Drawn to Death was just multiplayer.
but it was fun. Like
it was fun.
It wasn't meant to be like a 3 to 4 hour story.
Yeah.
It's just play when you want to play,
Yeah.
which is
And of
cool.
course, that game got a bunch of backlash because people are PC as all get out.
I liked it though. We played that game.
Yeah.
It was fun.
What's going on?
Ace,
Yeah, that's a good
we'll
one.
respond to you. Hey, boy on the left, what do you look like without a hat on? Nobody wants to see that.
You know what? He might have a Macklemore haircut, which I'm guessing. But...
No, right now I got my Jufro going.
Wait, Jufro?
Yeah, so
I want to see
I'm-
the
I'm-
Jufro.
No, I'm not taking
Come
it.
on!
No.
Oh.
So,
Damn it.
took it off there. You got it
He
on.
needs a haircut, I guess.
So I do need a haircut. So that's
Apparently
why.
your name is Seth.
Yeah. So and so Ace Platinum. This
He
could be
also named us.
a female or a male. Also, if I had to guess all your names from left to right, hat guy is Seth. Got it. Bingo.
Seth.
First try.
Middle guy is Chris. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's my middle
right
name.
guy. It's his Christian name.
Yeah.
And the guy on the right is Alex.
Christian name?
Close. It's Alexis.
Dare you?
So yeah.
Get it right. It's ma'am.
No, actually, I'm Matt. I'm Matt Rojas. This is Ate Rojas, and
Hello.
that is Robert Link.
Yeah.
But you were very, very,
Very
close.
close.
You were, I mean,
Man,
as
if you
far
just
as
add-
those go,
Add like 2 more letters and rearrange them in a different order, and you got it.
yeah.
got it.
Also, my guesses for your ages.
Oh, it's fun.
Seth, me,
Dude,
my
I'm
your
gonna-
name is
he's gonna
Seth,
say I'm like
is
5.
26.
Dude, that's good for you.
That's good.
You age well.
Yeah, well, it's got to shave my beard. So I look
That's what it
longer,
is.
and I got
You
that
you
baby face now.
Baby face.
Um,
I don't even
Chris
wanna
is
know.
34.
Damn, Ate.
Pretty damn close.
Not too
That's
far.
not
Not
bad.
too far.
And Alex is 21. Wrong, 16.
You know, I'll take it though. 27. I'm 6 years. He thinks I'm 6 years younger. I just age really slowly,
Yeah.
and my facial hair doesn't grow in.
Maturity goes with that too.
Yeah, you know.
And then apparently we have jobs too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
we
So
have
we're
jobs.
we're
He's
gonna
giving
go.
us
Okay.
jobs.
Okay.
It's a fun
Okay.
podcast.
So actually 30, 32, 27,
27.
27. Close. You mean
Very close.
you
yeah.
should probably be a psychic.
Yeah.
You'd be at a carnival guessing weight.
And jobs. Ooh, that's my dream job. First of all,
What'd you get?
Really?
Seth, comic book store manager. That would be so.
I can
Let's change that to
Woo!
owner. If I could own a comic book shop
And make
just,
no money.
No, make tons of money. Calm down. And be there for forever. Oh, that'd be it's my dream.
That's
Chris,
how that works.
Hello.
that's you, Chris. You're a lumberjack,
Oh, lumberjack!
and he don't care.
That's awesome. You wear a flannel.
No, I'd be too hot in that.
Hey, no, pick this up like a lumberjack axe. and just
Oh, then we'll
hold
never
over
get it
your
back to the
shoulder.
way it is, though.
No.
We'll never get it
Oh,
back.
you're right.
Alex, game development student, but he works at a gas station.
Damn.
Nailed it. That's actually right.
That's cold.
Um,
Can I have my phone back?
as Guardian Leviosa says, Alex is completely accurate job-wise. That's amazing. All right, so actually, what
Who
we
is this
do,
person, by
I
the
don't
way?
know, but I
This
love
is
this
fun.
person.
This
This
is
person's
fun,
my new
but
favorite.
Mean, but fun.
Anyways,
Back to the podcast.
Back to the fun.
yeah,
The other fun.
we actually both work for a school network,
Damn.
charter school network, and he's actually a teacher in technology, IT technology,
in game student design.
and game student. He also moonlights at a gas station.
Yeah. Nice.
I am in the facilities department. I help find all the new locations for our school and help design them, and then help them be.
And I save the world.
And he saves the world. So
One tree
at a
I
time.
love
He's
the Jaffe
actually
here.
cutting down the trees that were planted in the 1800s for
Yeah.
Notre Dame. So
You're
that's
welcome.
actually
He's
what
saving it.
he's going to do.
Yep.
Yep.
We were talking about somebody. Oh, David Jaffe.
There is no props whatsoever. Last one he said, also bad to guess, Alex's favorite soda is Coke. There is no props whatsoever.
Ace,
Touche.
That's uncanny how he gets those
Uncanny.
things right.
Uncanny.
it's actually probably pretty canny. Ace, you can stay. You're instant friend of the
Good
podcast.
guy. All right.
Good guy or girl. We don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, but 3 to 4 hours for a game. Are you guys
Okay, I feel like it's going to feel too much like a Netflix series premiere where I watch the first season and it's a big, like you got to wait like another 6 months to get anything. Because they always leave it on like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, but it's David Jaffe though. He's not a bad game developer.
True.
You know, and if it's only a 3 to 4 hour game and it's like $10,
It's not gonna be 10.
3 to 4 hour game.
They'll probably
You're
be like
not-
20.
You're,
They'll probably be like 20.
okay, well, if still, most likely it'll be interesting enough that I'm gonna try it.
Oh, of course I'm gonna try it, but
Yeah,
do you want it?
I don't even know what it is yet.
It doesn't matter. David Jaffe says, "Hey, by the way, future of gaming, 3 to 4 hour games."
No, he's asking, is that the future?
Okay, so my answer to
He's
that
not-
would
he's
be
not-
no.
But he's already designing it.
Yeah, he's already making it. But my answer to that would be no. That sounds DOA to me.
But
DOA
then-
stands for Dead on Arrival. If
Unless
nobody
there's
knows,
like,
but
if you could make one a month somehow that was 3 to 4 hours, I would be stoked. Because then every month you get that 3 to 4 hour playthrough, and that would be really
I
exciting.
agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I would hands down if it was like an episodic.
Yep.
It's planned out. You're gonna get one every month. That's okay. But to me, a 3 to 4 hour game, you're just telling me that you're giving me a DLC without the original game. That's kind of what that feels like to me. Like here's some DLC, and no bulk of it. There's no.
Yeah,
So, but it's David Jaffe, so you kind of have to.
Yeah, it's
you
like-
kind of have to throw him a bone and give him the benefit of the doubt
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's going to
Okay.
be good.
Okay.
So
if it was Blizzard, it'd be like, but if
Eh.
it's
if
David
it was
Jaffe.
Blizzard, all the Blizzard super fans that have been playing WoW since freaking whatever, be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But it was put out by
I
other
don't know. I
developer.
don't
They'd be
think
like, why
anybody
would
be
they do that?
excited if Blizzard did this because nobody likes Blizzard right now.
Blizzard likes Blizzard.
Blizzard likes Blizzard. Blizzard would be excited.
Oh,
for itself.
also, thanks for the follow, Ace Platinum. And then he also says, Dead on Arrival. That sounds like Alex when he arrives home from the clubs. It's a valid point.
Yeah. He doesn't have time to hit the clubs.
Too busy at the gas
He's too
station.
busy at the gas station. Should we mention it's also in Oregon, so he actually pumps other people's gases for them. Yeah.
I fucking hate my job.
You hate your hypothetical job. I'm gonna quit. I tell you, this month I'm
tell
quitting.
you.
Once I get that job at Best Buy, I'm done here.
Geek Squad.
It's the Link Squad, okay?
No, the Link Squad.
Serious. I'm gonna create
Oh,
my
you know,
own.
he probably went comic book store manager because of the Nightwing hat. I just put that together.
Oh, hey, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're intelligent.
Good deduction, sir. Wrong, but good deduction.
Next thing.
All right.
Next thing. Ooh. I'm so excited.
Notice how two of us went ooh, and one of us was just
No, that's the emotion. Ati is
Yeah.
actually excited.
Yeah,
inside.
yeah.
That's his excited
You
face.
see me smiling? You can tell I'm excited.
kind of look like underneath the mustache.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's there, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Inside, he's squealing like a little schoolgirl. Meeting his K-pop star hero for the first time. That's what happened.
Hey, if I'm 21,
inside Ate's brain.
I'm old enough to get into a club.
K-pop star?
Korean pop? You know what K-pop is?
No, but when
I said you're squealing like a little schoolgirl meeting her K-pop star hero for the first time.
yeah,
Star
we're-
hero.
K-pop Ate, come
K-pop
on.
star hero.
I know you can't hear very well because your beard's so big, but
We remade
Yeah.
Jukebox Hero, and it's now K-pop star hero.
that was a good joke.
I liked
that
it.
was a horrible joke.
I liked it.
Don't give him props he doesn't deserve.
You know what?
Anyways,
This looks good.
We should probably talk about the trailer behind us,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order. I am so excited for this game. It's from Respawn. Everybody knows what who does Respawn games that they do. Titanfall. I kind of would put them like huge on the map, right?
Whoa.
Titanfall.
Before that, it was. They did something else.
Or not.
Also, Apex Legends.
Ah.
Everybody,
there it is.
not everybody, but a lot of
A
people
lot
are
of
playing
people are in
Apex
Apex
Legends.
Legends.
It's kind of a phenomenon online right now.
Way better than Fortnite.
God, this looks really
Way
good.
better than Fortnite. They're coming out with this game published by EA. Everybody's worried because it's an EA game, and EA, well, they love to screw their fans.
Wait, it goes up and down. It's like back and forth.
Yeah, that's what
Every
screw.
once in a
That's
while,
that's
they do
usually
something
when you
right,
screw
and then
somebody.
the next
It's up
thing
and
is
down,
just
and
like-
then different positions. So
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What kind of positions, guys?
69.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, why is it still on? Anyway, and we're back. So, if you don't know what this is, we've actually been long awaiting this game because if you guys remember the history of this, what?
Nothing. I'm going.
Nothing. Just go for it. It's
Just
fine.
say what's
No,
on the
it's fine.
chat. You can't just.
I'm his favorite.
We don't want to interrupt you.
That's, you can say it. Now you're okay. So, anyways, the history of this video game is it has gone from on again, off again, gonna be made, not gonna be all that stuff, right? Changing producers and all this stuff. Like this is like. We've been waiting for. There's two different games we've been waiting for out of EA, and both of them have been like just not like right.
Yeah.
They've been kind of they're gonna happen, they're not gonna happen, and then finally we got a definitive. A couple months ago, definitive. This game's coming out,
Yeah.
and then a
Good.
few weeks ago, we got just a teaser, little picture of a lightsaber,
Yeah.
broken lightsaber, and now we have the trailer, which follows a Jedi Padawan who basically survived
Order
Order
66.
66.
Yeah.
It's a youngling.
No, it's Padawan.
It's a youngling.
The younglings are all dead.
Padawan in training.
You're so-
Here we go again. Here we go.
I hate you so much.
My eyes lit up. I can't believe you didn't see that
I'm
coming.
I
so
saw-
mad I didn't see
I
that
was
coming.
ready.
Oh, that's an
Man,
inside
for
joke
you-
to
for-
another podcast where he didn't know what a
We're not
Jedi
gonna have a
in training
discussion.
was.
We're not gonna have
Anyways,
a discussion again.
he survived Order 66, which if you don't know what that is, you're probably watching the wrong podcast. But I'll tell you anyways, it's when Emperor Palpatine, soon to be Emperor Palpatine, gave the order to slaughter all the Jedi. And Anakin took it a little too far and thought that meant kill the little kids too, and he did.
Killed the younglings.
Probably could have,
younglings.
trained them and turned them to the dark side
Well,
and
that
had a
would've
little
been
army, but
actually pretty cool.
hindsight's
Well,
2020.
2020. Hindsight's 2020.
He wasn't thinking straight at the time. You're either with him or against him, right? So if you're not with him, you're his enemy. Is that the line?
If you're not with me,
You're my enemy.
Oh yeah, just the enemy. My bad.
Anyways, so this is following. We're gonna call him a maybe teenager, early 20s. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to basically first off suppress his powers and not let anybody know that he's a Jedi
right.
because he's not. He's a Padawan.
Well, it's like, don't worry, guys. He'll die before episode 4. Probably. But
Probably.
hey, whatever.
And
It's what you do when
literally
you play
just
games.
trying to work in this like mining job and survive. That's what looks like a mining.
Oh, that's
kind
cool.
of like
Good.
it's
I like
it's
that.
actually a scrap. I think they're scrapping because like you can see them like right here.
Oh,
They're-
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
and there's
yeah,
certain
yeah.
parts they're cutting down ships that have fallen in battle and scrapping them. So he's just trying to do a normal job, and as Destiny would have it, finding himself drawn to this thing. And his whole thing is like, forget the past, suppress your powers, do all this stuff, and just live an ordinary life. Well, that wouldn't be a very good game if we just followed that. So he is...
You wouldn't like Star Wars Scrapper Simulator?
No.
I'd be down.
Right, okay.
Moisture farmer.
Moisture.
Yeah!
Moisture farming 2018.
Anyways. Following this guy, and then him actually having to, what they show in the trailer is having to use his powers.
I mean, you know what's going to happen.
Run
to
away.
save his coworker,
Save
like his best
him.
buddy, in what they had, like, scrapping accident or something. An unfortunate smelting accident. I don't know. But thank you, Alte, for getting that.
Yep.
He got it. He gave me a. That means he got it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really excited. And here's the main reasons I'm excited. First off, Star Wars.
Yes.
You want a Star Wars video game.
Always.
Single player.
Single player.
Good.
No microtransactions.
Thank God.
Nothing. It is just
A game.
a game.
Yep.
And I don't think any of us ever saw that coming out of EA, because that's not what they do.
You're
Yeah, they're-
overrated, Claw. You're overrated.
Is he saying that this game's
Star
over?
Wars is overrated. You're overrated.
You got to be closer to the mic when you insult somebody.
Claw, you're overrated.
There you go.
I think you heard me the first couple times.
I just want to make sure he got it
Got it.
loud and clear. I'm excited. I want to play this game so badly. It reminds me of the old Dark Forces video games. Dark Forces
Yeah.
that went into the Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, into the Jedi Knight series. You had the Jedi Academy, and the Obi-Wan game was based off that kind of game mechanic too, and engine and everything. And all those games that were like I grew up playing and loved on the PC and consoles and everything. So I am super excited about this game. I don't know. What do you guys?
Well, I mean,
want it?
I don't know if that's gameplay or if that's
Gotta prepare myself.
like-
Lots to say.
if that's just cutscene stuff. I mean, if it's using the game engine.
None of it was gameplay from what they said. I
Well,
think.
but was it game engine footage though?
That's a good question.
Because if that is,
That's really nice.
that's gonna be a really nice
Yeah.
looking game.
Yeah.
I mean, Titanfall 1 was pretty. Titanfall 2, even prettier. You can tell that they are using some of the elements from the Titanfall series. The wall running.
But both Titanfalls lacking story.
No, Titanfall.
Well, the first one lacked. It was more like,
Yeah, Titanfall 2 had a story, and from what I heard, the story was actually pretty decent.
okay, so I didn't play that one because Titanfall 1, to me, I got bored of it in a week. No offense to Titanfall fans. So you're more intimate with Respawn, and see, if I look at like Apex Legends, there's not really a story. There's no story
No,
there.
there's
So
no
do we
story.
trust them to take on this big of an
I mean,
endeavor? Because don't screw it up. Like,
this
honestly,
trailer so far has all the right elements to be a Star Wars movie.
It's got lightsabers. It's
got
got force
lightsabers.
powers. What more do you want?
But from this trailer alone, you can tell a lot of the elements of the Star Wars franchise are being conveyed, and rather well.
I agree.
So, I mean, you have this Kylo Ren looking guy.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
He looks like Kylo Ren, but he also looks like when you come back in what is it, the Snap, I can't think of the name now. That game where you're
I know what game you're talking about, and I'm gonna let you figure this
I
out.
hate you so much because I
Yep.
can't think of the name.
was that?
The game he can't think about or figure out is the best Star Wars game of all time, and
Force Unleashed.
no, and he put hours into it. Not only put hours into it, he downloaded the remapped 4K version.
Yeah. Knights of the Old Republic.
There you go,
I got
Knights
it.
of the Old
I got
Republic.
it. It came to me.
Yes, it does look like the Master Knights of the Old Republic.
I was so mad.
Um,
but God,
What do you think, Robert?
very excited. Now, the best single player games lately that we have to talk about with Star Wars, I mean, like Battlefront 2, super fun single player mode. I had a good time with it. It was okay. But
I
then,
enjoyed it.
Like, I did enjoy it, yeah, definitely. But it didn't feel like it had enough to just be a standalone game. which is I think why they threw in the multiplayer and they continued with it.
It was fun. It just felt like they tried throwing a bunch of ideas in one place,
exactly.
and it didn't. It felt like a multiplayer turned story.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. Now, on the opposite end with the Force Unleashed games, I have the complete opposite problem with them, where it's single player, but to the point where they like guide you through everything. Like
it's a linear.
Yeah, it's
a
very linear to
yeah.
the point you have like one path constantly, and you have to follow that path. And if there's nothing else you can do, and
I'm not mad at that.
I mean, it's okay too, but at the same time, it didn't feel as open. Like, I would like to be able to adventure a little bit. Like in KOTOR, I could adventure. I could go off and do things.
I mean, those are two different
I
games
know, but I'm just
altogether.
telling you what I want.
He wants it to
That's
be
what I
more
want.
open world.
I want
than
it to be
a
open
Force
So more
world,
Unleashed.
but at
like
the same
more
time-
like a God of War, like the newest God of War kind of game.
Yeah,
where
where you have a little bit more freedom. Not a lot. Like, don't give me an open world, but give me something to look at other than just the path in front of me.
Right.
Like, I don't want to play a Lego Star Wars game. That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy.
That's what if you
Yeah.
play Lego Star Wars, it's like that.
Yeah.
You got one path.
Yeah. No, that's a good. Yeah. No, I'm not mad at linear, honestly. I think most games used to be linear, and if you look at where they went to the second the open world games started coming out, everybody and their mother went that way, right? Everybody, it's open world, open world, open world. Everybody needs that open world feel. I don't need that. I actually would appreciate a game that is story, no microtransactions, no multiplayer, linear Star Wars based game. What's up?
Keep going.
Okay.
Finish yours.
Okay. So I definitely wouldn't be mad at it,
Yeah.
and it might be welcoming because even the original KOTOR, it was open world, but not that much.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
But then I think that's a basis of where technology was at that time.
they couldn't do it
that.
more.
So
Yeah.
if it was like that,
I'd be fine
where
with it.
it's like, okay, you can go back to this.
Because you can like talk to people on the side,
Yeah.
you can get information. There's like shops to buy weapons and stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of different.
I don't need it to be like full Assassin's Creed, but I could a little bit more than linear because the Force Unleashed was incredibly linear. Like it
yeah.
was totally linear. That being said, I don't know if I'd be that mad at it, but
No, I don't know.
Come on.
With today's, everything's being open world, I'd be happy with a linear.
linear-
it'd be like a
Yeah.
breath of fresh air.
Yeah. I mean,
Breath of Stadia. From a while back, but still refreshing.
Robert,
I'm tired. Leave me alone. It's air to can. What do you want from me? I don't know. Okay.
what are you even talking about anymore? All right.
Keep that air fresh.
okay, so when we were talking, Last Geek Plays is in the chat again.
What's up, Lasky?
Hey, just wait.
So he says, I haven't seen a live recording on this podcast in 600 years. And then later on, he says,
It's been about that long. Yeah.
yeah, he's the God of War X. So where is this recorded and how good are their locks? That's for us to know.
It's made out of foam. Don't worry. It's not worth what it looks.
We are in an abandoned basement
Yes.
underneath Disneyland, actually.
Really good reception.
Yeah, really good. Yeah. In fact,
Believe it or not, Disneyland has
Mickey
capability.
Mouse walks by here all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi guys. And he's actually kind of a douchebag. Actually,
Yeah.
If I were to be honest, he looks down on us
Hey,
because
we
we're in a
can't stop.
basement.
We can't talk down about Disney. That's how we get shut
We
down.
can't?
All right. No, we cannot.
That's right. They own everything.
They own everything.
Shoot.
We love you,
All
Disney.
right, we love you,
Right.
Disney.
All right. Next thing.
Next thing.
Next thing, Google Gaming.
Another really short video.
Woo!
Woo! Which you can barely read, and it really doesn't say much
Yeah.
about their
Do
system
we need this?
at all. No, because there's not a lot of info out yet on it. It's the best I could do, unless you wanted some random janky photo that it obviously isn't real.
You see how defensive he got there? I was not
Yeah.
talking
Because
about the
I was
video he
worried
put
about
in there.
this last
I
night.
was talking about the idea of Google Gaming.
Oh. Well, I was worried more about the video, but no, I don't think we need this. But Google thinks
I
Well,
mean,
it said
it's-
no
it-
limits, so I don't even know what it is.
It's kind of a cool concept,
Hold on.
but okay, so it's a cloud-based service.
That's where you get your
There's
no
your limit.
limits.
that's a limit though.
No, because they can put as many servers as they want. Then it's
There's
unlimited.
latency. There's all kinds of limits.
Well,
They did a tech demo, and it wasn't that bad. I mean,
wasn't
Did they
that
do a
bad.
tech
I mean,
demo
you
where
can't-
they had a straight fiber line to their server?
I don't know.
Their servers,
But
right
they were
backstage.
able-
right there next to them.
Yeah.
And we're logged in. Yeah.
But
Hey,
they-
why is there an Ethernet cable running to the?
Shut up. Sorry. It's an HDMI cable just running from the computer to the screen out there.
I mean, and they were able to jump, and they were playing, I think, Assassin's Creed during the tech demo. They were able to jump from phone to laptop to oldish PC
As long as it had a connection.
to Google-enabled television, using their controller they have for it, and be able kind of like how
It's basically an online console.
right, but it's kind of like how PS4 and Vita have the cross play, where if you stop here and then go over here, it's like
Yeah.
But it was able to do that between all those.
All your devices.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty
and they're
cool.
claiming 4K, HDR, 60 frames per second over a cloud-based system.
I mean,
Is all your gameplay is online? Everything is streaming?
It's got to be.
It's not downloading anything?
It can't. If the system doesn't have the strength behind it to produce those
Yeah.
results, then it has to be
So
streaming.
it's just streaming. Didn't we have a podcast about this like last year where we said technology is not
What is
ready
like
for
NVIDIA's Shadow or
like,
whatever? Because NVIDIA has it, and like you can sign up for it, and you can game using like NVIDIA's systems, but through a server. There's all kinds of issues with that. Like
Let's talk about what most people have
shitty internet
at their
connections.
their crappy internet with
Yeah.
their crappy AT&T whatever
Crappy modem that you buy with your internet that
router
you're never gonna
modem
replace.
they don't know to replace.
Yep.
Some kid's going to try to convince their parents that they need this service,
Yep.
and then they're going to go to play it, and their kid sister or brother
Streaming
is
Netflix.
streaming Netflix, and you're trying to get 4K HDR, 60 frames per second gameplay, flawless, no latency gameplay
I mean,
on whatever device you're doing. Is this as feasible as they're trying to make it sound? Because I don't buy it.
Well,
okay,
here's
go
the
ahead,
thing.
go ahead.
So, like, in my apartment, I have 100 up, 100 down, right?
okay.
Yeah, but you're an exception.
I've got special. He's not an exception to this, but go ahead.
No. And a lot of people are starting to go that route. Even if you have like a 20 up and 20 down, streaming Netflix, you only need like 3 to 4 megabits.
Yeah, but then
per
you need a
second.
router and modem combo that could handle the bandwidth that's happening right
Need a
now and
device
the
that's not
processing.
gonna
Yeah,
suck
like
up all the bandwidth from
yeah,
Netflix.
Right.
because
But-
even though it says you only need 3
It's
megabytes,
up to the device.
yeah,
device
the
sucks it.
the modem
Most
or router
modems-
will go and
most-
take most of that for the device.
Most modems out there can handle it.
Well,
Now,
yes, they
doing a 4K HDR. Now you're running into
Now you're
the.
running a lot of issues.
Now you're running into the.
that's
was it
my
like,
point.
Like 10 megabits per second, ish, a little higher.
Probably
I would-
probably higher in my book, but
Yeah.
that's yeah.
I'm
But then
not
again,
worried because I got
some things don't even use HDR. Not
You're
everybody
you're
has
not
HDR.
Streaming 30 FPS. You're streaming 60 FPS, and you're not like when you do a speed test at home, right? And it does that speed test, and you look at the first mark and it says latency, and that's a server that's close to you.
Yeah.
And it's usually 9 to 20 milliseconds. That's a server close to you.
Well, I'm sure they're going to be
But
parsing
most
this out
people
to a lot of different servers.
that have their like I've asked people like recently like because they're tripping out that I have 400 megabytes, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And and they're like, "Oh, well, we only do 60. That's more than enough." I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't want 60.
I don't like to wait."
I haven't had 60 in years. I want more." And but that's just the techie side. Like we all like having that you have 100, you have 400, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what we like. And that's kind of what I think you need plus a good router to be able to do this and have anything else happening in your house.
And the thing is, though, to make sure that everything that you're used to doing continues to work the way it should.
Exactly. And if you look
this
at
is going to be a large suck.
and if you
to
look at
your
latency,
network.
you'll see it there as ping on your speedtest.net, whatever, right? My router, your router, I'm guessing you're fiber, so you're probably pretty good too. Our latency is between, like you said, 7 and 13. We'll go somewhere around there. Most people off their crappy routers,
have a higher latency.
most of them, and most people I talk to, they're like, when I tell them that's what I get, they're somewhere between the 30 and 100.
yeah, once you get to 100, that's when you start having the 1 millisecond delay. When you get to like 50 or below, there's not going to be that much of a delay. if anything,
And this
perceivable.
this has to transmit information backwards and back and forth,
Yeah,
right?
it's not
It's
just
got to take
transmitting.
it's not just downloading. It's got to have good upload. Now
Oh my
I've got 400 download, but I'm not fiber, so my upload's only like 20, 25.
Yeah.
But this is just playing single player games too. What if you play an online game with like a
That
server?
might be a bit more.
Yeah, imagine
That's gonna
that.
be even-
because now you're sending your video audio signals back and forth from the Google server, which is now also connecting to another server to send that off to that game.
And again, they haven't have they announced when this can be dropped, or are they just still talking about it?
Let me open the article and I'll tell you.
Okay. I mean,
Talks
it's
amongst
Google
yourself.
though. They have the infrastructure
Yeah,
and the
they
capability.
definitely
Oh, we should probably say what it is, right? Stadia?
Yeah.
Stadia?
There we
Stadia,
go.
Stadia,
Stadia? Stadia?
Stadia,
I mean, they're rolling out Google Fiber.
Hip Hop
Anonymous?
Yeah.
They just, as long as, I mean, again, it's Google. That I'm sure
Yeah,
they'll
you know
find.
what? You're right. They're gonna find a way to make it work. I'm just skeptical.
Or
because
suck
it
up your
seems
money.
Impossible. But
I mean, if they parse it across multiple servers for like
Okay.
one connection,
how long that's
They are
that's-
saying it will
But they haven't.
also in the future support 8K and over 120 frames per second.
I just don't. I don't. Unless everyone's running like fiber, how are you gonna do this?
All I know is if this is possible,
Why was the
consoles
picture of the
are-
black hole so fuzzy?
if
kidding.
this is
that's
possible,
a whole different thing.
I'm
A,
messing.
consoles are obsolete.
Yes.
100% obsolete. There's no way around that. If you can make a cloud-based platform that's pretty much giving you a console, there's no reason to pay $400 to $600 to have that
I'm
physical
always
console.
gonna be a defender of physical latencies. Like I just feel like if the
Yes.
console's in front of you, the latency's gonna be better.
Of course, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But if what they're saying is possible,
Yeah.
there's no reason to go to a PS6 in the future or an Xbox. They'll probably call it something stupid like 1.5 or something or 2.
Xbox,
Yeah.
yeah, 180.
An Xbox
180.
1, yeah.
We're going back.
Xbox 360 too. But
God.
yeah, they're going to do something stupid like that.
3602 Xbox.
I don't know. I don't see. First off, I don't see it being. I see it being probable. I don't see it being. To me, it's the equivalent, but worse, of making an Xbox that has to have internet connection, because the people in rural areas with no
yeah,
internet.
you're right. You're right. It's
This
gonna
is
have
like
to-
that. Like it's.
Yeah.
And it's not
But
even
then
the
again,
rural
I
areas.
mean,
areas.
again,
To me, it's bigger because I don't think everybody's gonna be able to handle this.
And that's the thing. If you can't handle it, you're not going to buy it. It's like people who,
But they will, not knowing.
I hope not. But yeah.
I mean,
Also, you're gonna have to have a large buy-in to make this work. Like,
not really.
if
Is that Google?
what am I gonna do? Game with like nobody else that has it, or am I gonna go out and buy a PlayStation and an Xbox so I can game with my friends?
Well, that's if you're playing multiplayer. But if you're just playing straight single player games, it'd be
Such
fun.
that's a still.
What does the chat think? Has they said anything? Anybody?
They're just saying that Xbox will be fine. This is Claw. They have the xCloud. Sony has PS Now. Nintendo is just Nintendo. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're gonna go anywhere else.
But
I
it's
don't
not
think our
their
consoles are gonna be
main. But it's not
lost.
their main
No.
platform. It's what this is basically doing right now. Google pushing this. They're trying to make those cloud, and I'm not saying the companies are obsolete. I'm saying the physical consoles are going to be obsolete. And like you said, Claw, is they have their own services that they're trying to do this, but we've all used those services and would much prefer to download that game.
Yeah.
Again, it was
Oh.
early
Oh,
on,
wait.
so I'm sure. What?
Well, what if they get DDoSed?
Yeah.
You're in DDoS Google?
Yeah.
It's possible. If they start making all their infrastructure collected like this, and you can log into it with your own little gaming
I'll be right
system
back into
now,
the
it's
drink. You guys keep
possible.
talking.
I mean, if that's the case, Google, the search engine, would have been DDoSed multiple times already.
Who
And
wants to DDoS Google? Everyone loves Google.
there are bad people out there. But I
Damn
I
bad
don't
people. Anyway.
I don't see this being a total issue yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they just announced it. It hasn't been released yet. I'm sure they're gonna really, develop into it and get out most of the kinks. And then, I mean, luckily too, if they have issues, it's not like you're buying a console that has issues and you have
Yeah.
to buy another console. All that stuff would be done on the back end to fix it. So if they get, it's like when you get a new game and there's issues, they just update
They
it.
should be fixed already. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
so like
so-
at least you get professionals to handle that for you. So I
Yeah.
guess for the layman, sure, this will probably be super helpful and super awesome if it works the way it should.
That's the big thing for me. This sounds like an if.
I know. Like to me, it doesn't seem possible. And as much as I know Google and the
And-
crazy crap they can do, it's just
I'm gonna come back to why I think it's not possible when we get to our nitty gritty,
okay.
because I think that defines why I feel this is not.
We got more to talk about. Okay.
Xbox One S all digital is coming out. That's right. You can buy an Xbox that needs
No disc
no
drive.
discs.
Do you save money on it?
$50.
$50.
So
That's
it's $200.
$250.
$250.
Now, one kind
Black
of
Friday, what there's like $150 for an Xbox S anyway. 150 to 200.
I mean, that's Black Friday
Oh,
though.
come on. Anyway, it's been
Now
out
they-
for a while. They need to drop prices. That's just my thing.
The disc tray is removed, but the connectors, like the SATA cable connector and all that, is still there. So essentially, what they're doing is they just removed
Just
it,
took it out.
Just took
and
it
then
out.
Put a new plastic face on it.
and they did put a added metal structure in there to help with where the disc tray used to be.
So rather than putting a second hard drive on a completely digital system,
You would
they
think.
put a box there
You would think.
so you could have structure.
You would think.
These guys are amazing.
Now I
Good
can
job,
see why they
Microsoft.
didn't do that because they're trying to
Good
sell
job,
it.
Microsoft.
They're trying to sell a cheaper system. So if you take out the disk drive and then put in a hard drive in there, you're not really changing the.
But that
the
was my whole
cost.
issue too. Is if you're gonna make it completely digital,
You
why
need
would
more
you not
space. You
put
need
more
more
space in it?
space.
Oh, and by the way, you have more space because you ripped out a freaking box out of this. You
I know,
could put two
but
hard
no,
drives
no.
in it.
You could put one in there, but we put a metal cage in there, so you can't do that. So don't worry about it.
It's a roll cage in case it
Well, I mean, they have a
tumbles.
SATA
It's- that space is
connector,
safe.
but it's proprietary, which is annoying.
Little things.
Yeah.
Man. So I would have rather this been a $300 system with double the space.
Yeah.
I would have rather that have been because with the OEM drives, $50 could have put you another 2 terabytes in that bad boy.
Yep.
You want to tell me that's not going to happen? That makes me really bummed.
Yeah, I feel like it's a huge misstep.
But
I would have
here's
taken a
if you're
2.5
gonna-
terabyte Xbox digital for $300. That's awesome.
Yeah, if you're going to make it all digital, give it more space.
it is a terabyte.
I said more space.
More space than that. Like you could. Come on.
You
Yeah.
took out a disk drive.
Yeah.
You're gonna make this
You're
so
gonna fill
physical.
that up in
yeah.
like 10 games, 15 games maybe, but that's without any apps or
Yeah.
update files or anything.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anybody want to defend this?
I mean, I got a PC, so I don't really care.
So I really don't need this. Like,
I mean, it's
I don't understand.
it would be okay. So if you're a young kid and you only have $250 plus tax, if you have tax, you know you're only be playing maybe
You have-
Fortnite and Apex Legends, so you don't really need all that space.
okay.
Um,
Chris says for traveling, I guess it's useful.
It's the
Yeah.
same size. Why is it useful?
But I mean,
No,
you
no.
could just put the same games on your normal Xbox and still have a disc
If
drive.
the storage didn't change,
It's
you
1
have this.
terabyte,
You
yeah.
if you still have 1 terabyte, you have 1 terabyte, whether there's a disc tray in
It's
it
the
or
same.
not, and
So
you could still
technically
take
you
it
could
with
just
you.
Take the other Xbox with you
It
traveling.
didn't get
anyway.
smaller. It's not a
Yeah.
portable
It could have gotten smaller.
It
but
could
they
have
said
gotten
no. Roll cage.
roll cage
what
in the
goes
middle
in.
of this.
so
Less moving parts.
Claw says so. The
Okay.
reason behind this is that if they
Becomes the
change the
Xbox
motherboard,
family.
they would have to resubmit, and they're using the same motherboard for xCloud.
Why would
Nobody
they need
said
to change
change
the
the
motherboard
motherboard.
to switch over a
He's saying
SATA
to make it
cable?
smaller, I think.
Well, like
Yeah, okay. You could still make it thinner without changing the motherboard. But anyway.
well, because the connector points for the disk drive, if
Yeah.
they change that,
Yeah.
that's a whole different motherboard.
Why? It should just be a proprietary, right? SATA connector on the motherboard. They
But
should just have
if-
a cable to a normal hard drive.
But if they took those, the way because I said before they have the connector still there.
Yeah.
If they had removed those, they'd have to resubmit, and
Why? Just to pull a cable?
yeah,
Wow.
it's a different thing altogether. It's almost the exact same thing, but it's just different enough that they have to resubmit.
How about just lower the price on the Xbox One S and because it has the same hard drive, keep the disc
Seriously,
tray in it.
I think the sweet
Just
spot
lower
for
it
an Xbox
50.
One S is like $200. Like, that's the sweet spot right now.
Just lower the
Xbox.
price.
If you drop it to 200, you're gonna sell a lot of them, and
Yeah.
you're gonna make up whatever you lost.
Probably more than you sold already.
Seriously,
Well,
that's gonna be
I'm
good.
just kidding.
No,
They can't move those things.
Drop it to 200. Listen to us. Yeah.
So last week also says on there, I bought an Xbox and never intended to get a disc. I just wanted a Game Pass. If this was significantly cheaper, he would have bought it instead.
Yeah.
He would have preferred if it was the X instead of the S to take out the disc drive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
It's
think
not
you
a-
need them
it's-
anymore. Like, I
to
really
my-
don't.
yeah,
But
and-
that's just me.
My issue is $50 is not that much of a savings.
It's not.
Like,
It is.
it's not.
It's
I
not.
don't.
Like,
Oh, yeah, and Claude makes a good point too. They did say that this version will always be 20 or $50 cheaper. So if the regular Xbox One S goes down in price, so will.
I hope it would.
Yeah.
There's no disc drive in it. And
But
I can't watch Blu-rays.
we're going to charge you the same price as this one. What does it do? It has less.
I'm so conflicted.
Is it better? No.
In any way,
buy it, let us know.
not even slightly.
Oh, last now's leaving?
yeah,
Bye, last
Bye.
now.
So last thing before we get into the nitty gritty.
nothing really major, I don't think.
No, we got this. E3 is not going to have a presentation by Sony,
Which we knew.
which we knew, or Nintendo, because Nintendo
We
pulled
knew
out
this?
a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about it on the podcast before. Where were you?
I was here, but it just hit me. Why are we talking about it again then?
Because what a lot of people are talking about is this is their big time for. Oh, why is that there?
Good job.
Oh, I'm
It's a big
screwed.
time for why is that there?
Sorry. It's the big time for Xbox to step up.
And looks like they're gearing up for it too.
Well, they're the only major
Get it?
one that's
Gearing
there.
up.
Gear.
Gears of.
What you're thinking? You're thinking number 5? You thinking number 5's coming out at E3? Think they're gonna release Gears of War 5?
They already said they're releasing it.
Or you
When?
think they're gonna do it at E3? What? Why are you looking
I'm
at me?
confused.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, so
Whatever.
the thing is like always there was that, we always talk about whose presentation was better.
Yeah, the competition.
Sony,
Yeah.
Xbox. Competition breeds greatness to an extent. Like, right, it pushes them
Companies
to
strive better.
to
yeah.
to do better. Yes. It's just Xbox. This is the time where they have to show that. Honestly, for me, this is going to be the fulcrum point for is E3 going to happen again? Because Bethesda's not even there, I don't think, anymore.
Ooh.
Or is it E3? Or no, I mean, is it EA? I think EA pulled out too. There's a bunch of people that have pulled out because
One is expensive,
it's expensive to be there.
and two, it's crowded,
Yeah, stupid crowded.
and three, you can do most things online, anyways. Nintendo Directs,
Yeah.
PlayStation, their own shows.
Yeah, you don't need it. And as far as other things go, there's the games cons, there's the CESs, there's the whatever things they want to do that
Even Comic Cons.
yeah, Comic Cons that are better platforms and cheaper for them to do and still reach the same audience. You're not reaching a different audience by doing it at E3, honestly. Like E3 used to mean, oh my gosh, this is the time when everything comes out, we find everything big. And it still could mean timing wise, this is when we find out everything big. But it doesn't need to be at the LA Convention Center. It doesn't need to be under that organization,
It needs to
them
be across the
charging a bunch of money.
Yeah, and most people, I mean, especially before we even had Twitch or even YouTube streaming.
Whoa.
Not YouTube, like streaming.
We're stepping back.
I mean, you would go to these conventions because that's the only time you can actually see these things.
Yeah.
Now you have the internet, and there's really no need for you to go there besides get some free swag
Swag.
but
And play some games, before they're
wait in
out.
lines.
Yeah.
Wait in lines like Disneyland.
Swag. You're right. I had fun.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't. It's weird to me because wasn't Microsoft last year
Across the street.
across the street?
This year, they're also across the street.
But they're going to have a presence in E3 still.
Probably the same presence they had last year, which was,
Yeah.
hey, we're here, but we're across the street.
Yeah. Well, but they had stuff there.
Yeah, Mixer and
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, Mixer.
Woo!
Yeah, we all love Mixer.
Yes, we do.
We
love
do
them.
love Mixer,
We
actually.
do.
They helped us out a lot with a
Geared to-
lot of different people that jumped on that stream that,
Anyways, so
yeah, Mixer.
It's not a bad plan.
is it,
What?
first off,
Is it?
what?
I really hope
There's
they
no-
release more than the Xbox digital version of the S. You know?
I think that was
Yeah.
kind of a mistake for them. I mean, we're so close to E3 anyways.
I know, right?
I
It's-
think it's time to, first off, get rid of E3.
Just
I
say
don't.
goodbye.
I mean,
Ate loves it.
if I kind of liked it when we would go there and it wasn't open to the public.
Yes.
When we would go and it wasn't so crowded. Because early on, because I think I went there when it was open to the public before it was closed to the public. This was 8 years ago. It wasn't as crowded. Then it got too crowded. So okay, we have to close it to the public so only insiders or industry people can go.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we went during that time, it wasn't bad. It was you would maybe wait 20 minutes to get to a game you want to play.
It's not too bad.
But then they opened it to the public. So one, it got super crowded, and the convention center realized there's people want to go here, so they just started raising the prices to just have a 5x5 square. That's it's not, and that's just the small guys. Imagine having be Microsoft or Sony
How much that would cost to have
for
a size that they would need?
Yeah. I guess my point is the E3 organization is not needed. You could do the same thing. Because what do people really go there for? Nintendo,
Yeah.
Microsoft,
Sony.
PlayStation,
maybe some EA.
maybe some EA stuff, some Bethesda. You go, they could do that by themselves. PlayStation's already shown they can do that by themselves. Nintendo's shown they can do that by themselves. You don't need that organization, and you could still have it around the same time, not called E3 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have something.
And that's what I'm saying is I think E3 itself is coming to a close. I think that format of them controlling, the LA Convention Center during that period of time, they're making a stand. All these people are making a stand that you don't realize we don't need you. You need us.
Yeah.
That's what this is doing basically.
Now,
Go ahead.
Now, if say in the future, VR becomes a lot more prominent, then yes, you would have to go to these things to experience these games. But that's the only thing you would really need to go to an event for VR stuff or more immersive. You want to try different controllers or different things.
Yeah.
Or say if a console is to be released, that's pretty much the only times you need to go there.
So, being that Microsoft is the only one that's going to do an E3 quote-unquote presentation, right? They have to kill it.
Well, they have to kill it, or they have to
Reduce the prices.
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah.
They have to knock it out of the park.
Well, E3 is probably going to realize that this year because nobody's going. Microsoft is the one.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be like, well, we need to get everyone back. What are we going to do? And if they don't, then they're screwed. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's it. If you're listening E3, figure it out.
They think they're big enough because they've got all the tech stuff there, but you're no CES.
You're not big enough.
You're
Well,
no CES.
It's not so much E3, it's more the convention center, which is the problem.
Oh.
The convention center is charging so much money.
Then do it somewhere else.
And that's what people are doing.
Everywhere.
And that's what people are doing. Microsoft
Dude, it'd be
went
sick
across the
if
way.
they did it at the Huntington Beach. It's like a big beach thing. Down the whole beach, you hang out, you have drinks, you play volleyball, you go play video games.
Yeah, because nothing says, tech besides,
Get sand in the equipment.
Hey,
Oh no! Here
It
comes
can work
some.
out.
Don't
some
let
salty...
Robert plan your conventions. That's what we
That's salty water. Just the water going through the air.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
that's-
shit.
We have Sea of Thieves actually in the water. You can go play it over there.
Okay.
that
That
would
would
be
be
that,
cool.
that would be cool.
See, that would be good. See, that would
The
be
only
cool.
good that can come out of this
The only-
is you go to an actual
Live
pirate
action
ship and
Sea of
play
Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Nice.
So dumb. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Last Geek says, I feel that the average consumer is getting the news from YouTube and Twitch, is what I said,
Yeah.
and not the same people who were going to E3 10 years ago. Yeah, it was a different time where it made sense. Now it doesn't.
Yeah, those people probably don't play games anymore. Just kidding.
Those we
That's
are
you, I'm
those.
kidding,
We are
God,
those
Jesus.
guys.
This guy.
What do you mean, you people?
You people. You people.
There are no respawns in these waters. CMG Chlorine says. Ooh,
There are no respawns.
are those virtual sharks? No, those are actual sharks.
Those are
So
actual.
Don't
There are
go.
legit no
Actual.
respawns. Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Legit, no. Actually,
Where
the
the heck did you get
respawn
it
booth is
cracking?
over there, and they're showcasing a Star Wars game. So there's no
no
respawns
respawn. Yeah.
in this,
They're
in
not
this,
here
in
to
these,
watch
these here waters.
Oh,
What do you got to say? We get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
The one, the only, the PS5.
The PS5. The nitty gritty, if you don't know what it is, it's when we really break down one topic. As you notice, we don't like to do that about any other topics, just this section.
Yeah. No.
We don't. We actually refuse to go into detail about other topics. This is where we really
Or-
break down, get
yeah.
to the nits and the grits, the nitty gritty
Grits
of
and
a situation. And basically, it's just our
Where the-
highlight spot for where
the
we
nits
feel
meet the grits.
the nits meet the grits.
This
This is
so
basically the
long.
highlighted topic where we feel like this is maybe the most important, controversial, or exciting topic of the day.
Keep going on. I'm going to pull it up on my phone because I do want to talk about this.
Oh, okay. Welcome to Nitty Gritty.
Come on, you guys got things to say about this. Come on.
Anyways, PS5 specs. They have finally.
Well,
Sorry.
partly
Pumping the brakes.
Pumping the brakes.
They have finally partly given us something to be excited about.
alluded to.
Alluded to. Not even alluded to. Said.
You're alluded to.
Oh, some things were alluded. Some things were not.
You know what? I'm going to read it.
It's kind of nebulous.
It's kind of nebulous. I'll say you've used that word like what, 3 times in the last 24 hours?
I used it once yesterday.
Good job. That's twice now.
I used it once
Use it one
today.
more time, I'm counting.
You already are counting.
Now I'm counting again.
At least you know we can go to 3.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's see. PS5 specs.
All right. So, anyways, Mark.
Obviously,
it's
this is just a
Cerny.
mock-up behind us. This is not the
No,
actual
this is
thing.
the real thing. Look how cool that black PSVR headset looks.
It does look pretty cool.
I know, right? I saw that. I was like, oh, oh.
Anyways,
Very.
can we discuss the PS5?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Mark Cerny, he's the guy that he's like the hardware guru guy of Sony. He's the one that showed us PS4 when it was announced, and he's like a gamer's gamer. He, if I'm not mistaken, he's the guy that did Crash Bandicoot originally, right?
Does it say on the
Let me
article
find
right
out.
there?
So I'm reading about.
No, he was. He did do something.
No, I'm
Yeah.
almost positive he's the guy that did Crash Bandicoot, maybe Spyro, and Knack.
Knack is a great game.
Let's see.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
It's
This is good. This is already good.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm, like,
So-
I'm already excited.
Hold on. Yeah, he did Knack, Crash Bandicoot, Jack.
And Daxter.
Oh.
Yeah.
You haven't read it, the whole thing?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're gonna talk about it.
So
So the reason somebody like this is important to the hardware development of a new system, if I can get Robert's attention,
I'm listening.
is because they know what game developers want because he is in himself a game developer. So the reason PS4 blew Xbox One out of the water, out of the park,
because they learned from PS3.
because they learned from PS3. They made mistakes there. And they said, developers, what do you want? Because this guy is a developer. And the people wanted to see, the game developer said, we want to see this. We want to do that. And they said, okay, we're putting in our system. That's the reason it did better, because everybody wanted to come over and make something for this system. He's basically saying he's trying to do it again. We are supposedly, based on what he's saying, actually not even supposedly, he did a demo with Marvel Spider-Man, the game I just finished. And if you haven't played it, go play it. It's awesome. He did a demo.
We're already getting Claw going.
Claw.
We shall see.
Jesus Christ! Don't
He's
call
like-
like
What's he? Is he already
He's like,
pissed?
we shall see.
We shall see. Listen, Claw. Microsoft just announced
A discless.
a discless Xbox. For $50 less, we'll take the disc tray out for you, not give you any more storage,
Innovation.
and say that we're helping you. Innovation at its
Yeah.
finest. Anyways,
Moving on.
I'm sorry, Claw. I wish they were better, but they're just not right now, and that's okay. They'll get there, hopefully. We shall
They're-
see.
they're-
like
they're on
you
the right
said.
track.
They're on the right track. Yes,
Ish.
agreed. SSDs.
Ah,
We're coming to the land
I wonder where this has been
of
said before.
SSDs. And not
for
just
a
any
long time.
SSDs. They're saying it's proprietary, custom,
Higher bandwidth. than
higher
most.
bandwidth than ever been seen in gaming. They're saying this SSD, because you put SSDs in your computers, everything. They're
Right.
saying this outperforms them.
I wonder if they mean like SATA SSDs or like legit NVMe M2s. I don't think they're gonna get into that, but I'm wondering.
I
That's
don't.
if what they're
Well, that's not
testing it is.
proprietary though, unless it's like a.
Well, I mean, but no, I mean like speed test wise, which
Mhm.
SSDs is beat? Does
Oh.
it beat SATA SSDs, which have like a 600 megabyte per second, or are they beating NVMe good SSDs that like are 3400? I don't.
They're
think beating
basically
that.
saying they're beating.
Unless like a high. No, it can't be a hybrid.
It wouldn't be.
No.
Yeah, they'd have to be some type of M2, not a SATA connector. But if it's proprietary, then maybe. But anyway, getting crazy now.
They are basically saying that this type of SSD, it's not like you taking an SSD and plugging it into your system and you get faster load times. You're only, even with the most current SSDs you get that you could plug in, your load times are only so much faster. Is basically what they're saying.
For that style SSD, where's the
For your grab an SSD.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same article I opened up. Dang it.
Yeah.
So he showed the difference between using an SSD on a PS4 Pro or just using a PS4 Pro and the load time for Spider-Man between, segments
I read this part.
being 15 seconds
Normally,
normally.
Which
to be expected from a spinning disc.
not even
Yeah.
a spinning disc if it's digital.
Yeah. Well, no, but this
There's a
is
spinning
yeah.
disc. No,
This
like
is
a
the-
hard drive.
yeah.
Hard drive disc.
Yeah, they did it on the PS4 Pro. So with the PS5 development kit, because they're already out,
Whew.
the development kits are already PS5 development kits are going to developers. It was under a second
Under a second. Under a second load times.
for a 4K game,
Okay.
full world loading
Okay.
under
Now-
a second.
Claude does make a good point
What
here.
did he say?
What did
He
he say?
goes, so this would mean you wouldn't be able to swap out your hard drives.
I'm hoping that they include a larger hard drive as well, or at least a spot to do it. But I don't know yet. Dev kit thing. You
Unless
probably
they
can't swap it out.
make it modular.
But knowing Sony, if you can't swap it out, they'll sell them on the side too.
They might be
So-
going with like the old 360 hard drives.
Who says you can't have an external hard drive though
That-
if you want?
Touche.
Yeah,
If you're just looking for
side-load it.
storage,
But like if
yeah,
your drive fails, I'm sure Sony will help you out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when they come out, I don't think they're going to be as proprietary as they're saying.
All
But
I
they
know is
might
they're
be.
also saying 8K.
Possible.
No, he said in another article that
I
they're
didn't read
saying
8K.
this will be. That's not in this article. That's why
Okay.
I think I put the wrong article in here.
No worries.
Oh, here we go. This is the right article I wanted.
8K. 8K.
It potentially can do it.
But are we going to talk about the difference in CPUs?
Yes. Shall we talk about that?
Go for it.
Because that's amazing. Because we're going from an old Jaguar, which were the AMD CPUs of choice for
Mm-hmm.
like the last 2 gens of console, and they're bringing out the Ryzens.
Yep.
The Ryzen freaking Zen 2, like 7 nanometer processors. This
And
is insane.
having ray tracing.
But ray tracing
In
so
a
that's,
console.
Is
that
it a
is
true ray
still-
tracing or is
we
it
don't
the
know yet
hybrid?
because they're using Radeon's Navi graphics cards, which aren't even like.
But that's hybrid. ray
He's
tracing,
saying
right?
it will support ray tracing, and that's what all the game
Yeah.
developers are excited
So-
about. Everything from, and it does more than just light, right? It does more than just your tracing beams of light and all this
Instead
stuff.
of rasterization, having it being projected to you, ray tracing is everything.
Well, it can follow. It's following actual like beams of everything. Like so, if a light bounces over here, they're not trying to recreate how they think that light would bounce. They're actually able to follow the beam and see where it should go.
It's more like an actual eyeball.
But beyond,
there's different ways to do it.
Exactly.
There's
And
a lot
they're
of different
saying
ways to do it.
they're saying it supports this.
But it's AMD's version, so it's
Yes.
not like Nvidia's, but it's still probably hopefully going to be good. But we're talking about Navi, which is a graphics card, which is like everyone's waiting for. So like it's really cool that they're building something on tech that's really new.
That we're literally.
Well, ray tracing is actually really old. Nobody
Well,
ever
I know,
did
but
it.
we're talking about the new
Sorry.
graphics card tech.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
God.
They're building around something we want to see.
Yes, like this is the first console I've seen that's building with really new tech. Like we're not talking like tech that's been out for a couple years
That they can
finally
afford to put in.
affordable
Yeah.
for a console. Like this is
New
new
tech.
tech. This is really cool.
Beyond just visuals, this is going to help with audio because they can follow the audio beams and where those go. And beyond giving you your 5.1,
They have an
7.1.
actual virtual
process-
sound.
They actually have an actual processor
Yep.
A processor.
on it for that purpose.
Yeah. So it's actually, they're going to give
So
actual
it's going to be kind
3D
of
sound versus
Yeah, but-
guessing at surround sound.
Now,
like Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
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 and we're not saying that PlayStation's going to be the best yet because we don't even know what the hell's going to happen with
Because
Xbox
Xbox
yet.
could do the same
But
thing.
this is still
We're just saying this
fantastic.
is exciting.
This is a great step in the right direction.
Because this is, to me, like the first time that, and I won't say they are, but they're getting on PC's level.
Claw, they don't have sound like that, Claw, because they're going to be using like the ray tracing technology and make it sound crazy. We don't even know what it's going to be yet.
But he did say they're going to
because-
use ray tracing for sound to give us the best sound they've ever
so
had
it's a little bit different,
in a
Claw,
console.
Yeah, because apparently
because it's going to be sound that they don't dictate where it's going. They have basically have algorithms that are doing that for you. So it's
apparently
gonna
there's
be a
an
little bit
actual chip on the integrated audio chip on the video
Yes.
card for that.
different.
So it'll be like
So we're not saying
7.1 and then
we're not going to
up
just
and
say it's
down.
better. It's clear. It clearly is just because of the newest tech. But we're just really excited because this is new tech that anyone can adopt. But it's cool that they're coming out and saying that they're going to be using it.
anything else on there? Because that was pretty much
yeah.
the highlights, right?
They're saying that it will support 8K graphics.
Potentially.
See, I am so on the fence about that because I live in the PC gaming world where 4K at high frame rates is still out of reach. So it's like,
Well, it's
I mean high frame rates.
like what, like 200?
Like I'm like at least
So-
144. in
It's still
4K.
fine.
But this
You're
is
gonna
this
have
is
to get
but this
like
is
a
good.
Titan
So the reason I love this is because so what they did the demo on was a 4K TV.
Okay, good.
Because your 8K TVs
Don't
Or-
exist.
they
Well,
do,
they do, but
but
they're not
where
mainstream.
not everybody
Japan.
they're not just going to be utilizing
I'm
them
not gonna
everywhere.
go to Japan.
But what this tells me is we don't need the PS4 or the PS5 Pro, right? They're building in advanced. With PS4, with Xbox One, what did they do? They built for technology that was going out of date.
Yeah.
And then they did a half-step generation where they give you 4K graphics for way more. This is saying, no, this is already doing 4K. If your TV's 4K, that's awesome. If your TV's 1080p, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You're going to be able to play this. Also, our infrastructure is allowing us to, when you get that 8K TV and game developers start doing games in 8K and 60 frames, whatever, you're going to be good because this system supports it.
It's more
And
future-proof.
it's more future-proof, and that is unheard of. Like,
Yeah.
that is insane.
Even
like,
if it's 8K with checkerboard rendering,
I don't. Yeah,
It's still 8K.
Yeah, it's still yeah. Now saying that, we're finally getting it in a physical format where you have something like an SSD processing this game and giving you, or SSD transmitting that, these load times and loading that, and then a processor physically handling these things and giving us in a console what we've never had before and what you really don't have in a PC yet either. Oh, you're finally getting in PC, right?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Sally?
How are we going to get 8K
that's
graphics
gonna be crazy.
and 60 frames per second off a cloud-based system?
By checkerboard rendering.
I'm trying to figure that out.
That's what I'm trying. That's the
yeah.
only thing that makes sense to me.
There's no way to
Checkerboard
me
rendering.
that we're
Like-
doing, that we're finally getting this here, and
Well,
most people can't afford to put it in
okay.
their computers.
Yeah.
and we're gonna get it in a service.
But consoles are always like low to medium graphics anyway.
But look at it. Look at
like,
a PC.
If you put a PC and you played the games at low to medium graphics and you had a full out decked out system and tried 8K, it might work. But yeah, good luck.
Again, this is like future resolutions that we're talking about.
Yeah, so they have a long
Yeah.
time to try and make this work and figure out how it's gonna work because we're not gonna see 8K in homes for at least a good 4 or 5 years.
So what I'm saying is in order for a console to handle 4K, costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
You had to shell out some money to do that, and it wasn't even.
Oh, I don't even know how expensive this is gonna be.
Yeah.
But, that's
But in order for a computer to handle 4K flawlessly, how much you got to put on the computer? Put in that computer.
It really depends on what your understanding of flawless is. Like if it's me, I'm gonna go top dollar because I want the really really high frame.
Yeah.
But if you want like 60 FPS,
That's what I'm talking.
you can
60
get that out for like 8 to 1,000.
Okay.
But that's 60 FPS, and
Yeah.
that's budget. Yeah.
But that's processing it all right there.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
And I doubt this console is going to be that much, so that's why it's
And
surprising.
also, another thing too, it's like consoles are just there to sell software.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they're eating up a lot of money when they are selling these consoles until later on when they refine the manufacturing process and whatnot.
I guess my whole point I'm getting at is I just don't see everybody's internet and these servers being able to handle what consoles and PCs are doing physically just now. That's what my main point is. I have a really hard time believing we're going to have like no latency and have an enjoyable time playing a 4K 60 FPS game via the cloud at this point in time. Maybe later.
Look what they're offering. Like they're offering so much, but it's because they have the hardware to back it
That's
up.
my point. Hardware physically here transmitting from the hardware to your TV. Do you see my point? I have a
and the more pixels you have, the higher that latency actually attributes.
I'm having a really hard time.
It's gonna be tough.
And if it is true, then my mind's blown. But I have a really hard time believing this is going to be the end all be all that could destroy consoles right now, like Google wants it to be.
Yeah, it's
because that's what they're doing. Google's trying to make an online console so they can be a big player in the big, join the big three and say you don't need that. Why even buy a console? That's their end game, right?
essentially.
I look what we're getting physically, and what you have to build physically to do what they're doing. I just don't. I
mean, if Google went and like kind of showed us how they did it and explained. Like,
I'm sure they will too. I'm sure there's going to be a video once it's up and running about how it works.
And I'm sure it'll work some places, but I just don't see the everyday American.
San Francisco,
European,
good for you
whatever.
guys. You guys are going to have a great video game service. But
I just don't see everybody being able to do that.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's more of a.
No, he's right. Last Geek Plays is right. I seriously don't think Google is trying to compete on that level. I agree. I don't think their gaming service is going to be the same tier.
Yeah, they're not going to be putting like God of War.
I doubt it.
It's
Like,
going
I
to
think
be
what
a
they're
lot of
gonna be
the
offering
third.
is
That
lesser.
video boasted like it was. They said 4K 60 FPS right
So
away.
Who cares? The
Up
NVIDIA
to 8K
Shield can
later.
do 4K 60 FPS, but on crap games. Like you gotta. They didn't really get
Downloaded or
nitty-gritty.
streaming?
That
Does matter. I'm asking.
Does, but the idea though is that they probably aren't going to be shooting these crazy high quality games at you just because we've already talked about the hardware limitations.
I mean, they did show Assassin's Creed on there.
That's my
obviously.
point.
Damn it.
They're
I don't know, guys,
going
okay?
AAA games, 4K 60 FPS streaming, and you have to be able to interact with this back and forth in real time. I have a really hard time believing it, but because of what I'm seeing, where we're just getting to with consoles, where we are with PCs, I don't know how this is going to be, if it's going to be doable or if it's going to be a service that everybody's like, oh my gosh, is it going to be the next freaking Google Glasses? That's what I'm asking, because I feel
hope
like
not.
they're shooting too high.
Is that for Google that Claw's talking? I'm thinking. Claw said 4K isn't at launch. Launch will be 1080p 60.
For
I'm guessing Google because I doubt that the new PS5 would launch at 1080p 60.
no, he must be talking about Google.
I'd be like, no way. There's no way. But yeah, PS5, super exciting. Some super cool stuff in it. I'm super excited.
I'm honestly really excited about this. Like this is
7-nanometer chips. That's stupid.
This is PC gaming
On a console.
Yeah. Like,
and of course, you're always gonna have that. Once the console comes out, obviously the PCs will also have their own higher tech. It's always just back and forth.
It's back and forth, but they're closing the gap every single generation, and it's getting really close now.
Yeah, they're closing the gap between you spending $1,200 on a to $1,600 on a PC, building a PC, to just buying a console.
Well, I'm excited because I think in the next 5 to 10 years, it's gonna get to the point where all of the PC hardware is gonna have to drop in price, or nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have consoles that basically perform up to that for half the cost.
Because they can mass produce it.
Exactly. So
and
there's going to be, I think we're going to be looking at some serious PC hardware drops. But that's good for me because I like PCs and I would love to save some money.
Yeah. So,
Last Geek Plays says, I want to know if they're going to put out a new PSVR headset.
well,
From what
sure
what I heard is that
they put a patent in for that, didn't they?
well, yes,
Yeah, we saw the patent for
and we put it-
wireless.
but are they going to announce it though?
Oh.
There's a difference between filing a patent and actually making the thing.
Yeah.
Imagine how great of an announcement that would be, though. PS5 and wireless PSVR.
And buy the bundle, get both.
Now I think
$700. You got it.
You can
Take my money.
I think they said that the current PSVR will also be compatible with PS5.
It should be.
I think.
I would hope so. Unless they realize that the PSVR is as far as it can hardware go and they want to do a whole different interface, but that's...
There's something else I wanted to show in here. Oh. He was asked if, let's see, hold on. Okay. The Room was asked. That was developing. The spokesperson there is make sure the spokesperson said the right things. PR guy. Now that they're seeing this technology and dev kits are out,
Yeah.
is Death Stranding
Oh,
a PS5 launch title?
and
Or is it both?
Probably yes.
they said it was supposed to be
And
both, right?
No, they asked if it was going to be both. Mark Cerny just paused and smiled, and the spokesperson said, Death Stranding will be released on PS4. That's all he said. Spokesperson saying the right thing, Mark Cerny's smile saying, this system's closer than you guys think, and
Well, they
when Death
also-
Stranding comes out, it's going to be released on
This is
both.
so exciting.
Well, they also
It's not coming out 2019,
I don't
but
care. It's
when Death
exciting.
Stranding comes out, it's going to be both. I'm telling you.
Holy shit. I don't need another system. I've got like 7 systems at
You
my
got till
house
next
now.
year.
you
Don't
got
worry.
time.
You got time.
Believe me, you got time.
Dude, I've got the PS2, the PS3, and the PS4.
So
All in the same media center. It's
Why?
ridiculous. I don't know. Okay, I
sometimes
don't
you got to
know.
move some stuff.
I just need to
Make room for the
reorganize.
PS5. Here's the thing. Where that PS4 is, put it in a closet or in your bedroom. That PS5, backwards compatible with PS4. So you just put it there,
Alright, I guess
and you're
I gotta
good.
Open it up and liquid metal my PS5.
That's uncalled for. That was uncalled for.
Damn. The day I get it, just rip it apart. Liquid metal. Liquid metal.
Instantly void the warranty.
Liquid metal. Hey, they can't do that anymore. I can open it up at my leisure.
Oh, that's right.
At my leisure.
That's right.
And then
All
if
I
they say it
know-
was liquid metal, I'll just clean it really well.
All I know is I'm incredibly excited for this. This is,
I'm waiting for the PS5
to
Pro.
me, a huge leap.
That's just face.
As more and more specs come out, like, I'm getting more and more excited, and
It's amazing, guys. Like,
it'll be interesting to see
And what's the
how
one-
Xbox fires back and what they're gonna do. I don't know, but this right here is getting me excited for the next console
And then also
race.
too,
The next,
they wasn't. Oh gosh, I'm having a mind blank. The samurai game,
Ghost of
Tsushima.
yeah.
I think that one might also be on the PS5 as well, based off what you were able to, based on what you were able to see on that gameplay. I mean, if you want like PS4 Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah, that you can see that kind of graphics, but the graphics in that game was like Horizon Zero Dawn, like on steroids.
Mm.
on crack.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost of Tsushima is also going to be on PS5.
So
It's kind
all
of like
I
the
know
back in the
is-
day when had the 360 Xbox. You had like the same, same game on both.
yeah. I don't know. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
I think I'm gonna take my part when I get it.
Klaus says the insiders have said that the Xbox Anaconda aims to be a clearly better performing device compared to the PS5, and
A clearly better performing device when there's no specs out. Clearly is better performing, Ate, because they're making a computer a console out of things that have not
Why
been
are you
invented
getting mad
yet,
at me? I'm just
Ate.
reading what
It's
he.
clearly better because
Clearly.
they put an Xbox logo on it.
They put an Xbox logo on it, and they're making it out of made-up Fairyland parts
Oh my
that
gosh.
don't exist. Clearly better.
Listen. If it's better, we'll say that. Just like we said the Xbox One X was a better performer than the PS4 Pro.
They're using quantum processing.
But
That's what's happening.
that
You
being
have
said,
to look at this.
You have to
gotta
have some
give us-
LN2 at home. You
Super
better have
chiller.
some LN2.
until they show us that it is, we've got nothing to go off besides being excited about this.
Yep.
If it is better,
And
awesome.
We'll be excited about that. But so far, this is all we got.
I will be more excited if you have some games I want to play.
Yes.
First party
touche.
games.
Touche.
Klaus asks the Xbox One X is better than the Pro.
Well, yeah, it
Hardware
came
wise,
out
Hardware
later.
wise,
Yes.
Yes, we said that. It came out a year later and thus had better hardware. I feel like you've watched our show for a long
You know,
time
my
and
PC
should
from
know
a
our
year ago
standpoint on
wasn't as
that.
strong as my PC today.
However, we'd like to
Kinda
play
cool.
the PS4 more because it's better games.
Better
Besides
games.
Sea of Thieves and Gears of War,
When Halo
which I
comes
play
out,
on
I'll
a
be
P-
happy.
which
I
I
know.
play
Guess what I play.
on
I
the
play
PC.
Halo
anyway.
Infinite will be a next gen title.
On my PC, it will.
CMG always reads Klaus' comments.
What was that?
We try to. I
Hey,
mean,
you know what? Since Claw's just talking, it's the Claw. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah,
There we go.
Do what you
Yeah,
gotta do.
What'd you say?
go ahead.
What did Glass Geek say? I missed it.
Klaus.
CMG always reads Klaus' comments. We try to read
All of it.
everybody.
We try. You
What,
have your
what,
own
what,
section,
so what did
Claw.
Last Geek say? We'll read yours.
Every PS4 game is on the PS5. Yes, because it will be.
Yeah,
Backwards
it's backwards compatible. Yep.
I severely hope so.
No, it is. They confirmed.
I still hope so. It'll
What
be
part of
confirmed when
confirmation
it's in my
don't-
hand and it works. Then it's confirmed.
Wait a minute.
Then you have the Robert Link confirmation, and that's all that matters.
This doesn't play PS4.
Oh.
Oh, wait, this is a PS4
He
game. My
says
bad.
he-
Love that.
It does play PS4
It's
games.
not super backwards compatible.
He said he loves Kind of Funny's theory about it. Think about it. You get a PS4 disc and a PS Pro. It looks better. Plays something. And just sell it as a PS4 disc. It works on both, but plays better on PS5.
Well, yeah, but then you're going to be holding companies back because they can't develop fully because you're making them develop for an old system. While keep that, I don't like that.
I'm sure some of the lesser companies
Would do that.
are going to do that.
Like as long as the console as long as PS4 or PS4 Pro are strong enough to do the game that they imagined, then yeah. But we're getting to the point where games need more, and that's why more consoles are coming out. So it's like they're not going to hold themselves back
They'll
just
have
to
that
release
file
it on a
on there.
PS4 disc and a PS5.
No, it'll be...
Read the one before that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think that was my understanding of what they were saying. It just doesn't
The
calculate.
same.
Yeah, it's the same
disc.
same
it's
thing.
It's a Blu-ray disc, unless they're changing.
And that's
It's
one
just
thing
the
I'm wa-
hardware requirements of whatever they're
And that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm wondering too. If they just, because usually each generation or couple generations, Sony wants to develop a new
a new way.
media.
Yeah.
But
What are they gonna do? Yeah, so far it's just
A
disc.
Blu-ray can
like
hold how much?
50 gigs.
48
47, right? Or 47 point something.
dual layered.
It's essentially still 50, right?
Because the original ones were single layered at 24.
Yeah.
So dual layered, which most of them
Up
are.
to 50, close to 50.
I mean, you could do more layers than that, which
So if
they-
you want to do an 8K game,
You're gonna need a lot of layers.
you're gonna need a lot of layers. So that's probably gonna be the next thing.
Just send us those games on USB drives.
There you go.
Micro-
128 gig
micro
is- Yeah,
SDs?
yeah,
Yeah.
I have a 128 gig micro SD I got for like $20 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Give me that, pop that into the system. That'll transfer real fast.
Let's bring it back to cartridges.
last geek. asks-
Seriously, it's just a baby cartridge. Like,
Okay. So last geek is saying, how's it held back? PS4 Pro games have more graphics than standard PS4 game. More
What?
grass and how is it held back? PS4 Pro games have more graphics that stand than a standard PS4 game, more grass, etc.
Yeah.
They could do how you. It says they could just have you download the 8K graphics if you put the game on the PS5. I mean, that's what some like, for example, Gears of War.
Yeah, and I
You
know
know,
the extra HD texture packs and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So I mean, it is possible.
It is possible, yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's not how the gaming world has been.
Well,
Well, it is because
Well,
you
it
can
is
play
now,
it.
but it's
yeah.
like it's a different world now. So the texture packs have come out, like a couple years after the game released because they have this extra stuff that they can add to it, which is awesome. But like, they didn't, like they added more time and more effort to come out with higher texture packs. They didn't spend more time and more effort to cater to the lower systems. And I don't see that happening.
I think
especially
it'd
if
be
they
easier
make their
just to
money.
do the full game and then have like an automatic toggle like on the PC, just lower
You can lower
the
the
settings.
res, yeah, and
Yeah.
that would be super nice if they did that
Yeah.
on the console. And then, yeah, that would make it really easy to just do that because you could just lower the graphics to the point that your PS4
Yeah.
can actually handle it.
And as far as old games, what you're looking at is it'll look better. Because it's
Yeah.
a PS4 game, but they're not putting that stuff.
No, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
So
they
it'll-
might, I guess.
It would be
with an
so
extra
nice
download,
if it was just
yeah.
like a PC and you could just play at a much higher resolution when you wanted to. You're like, hey, I'm on a PS5. Let's bump this up to 4K because it's fun. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll. I mean, they kind of already have.
they kind of are, but
Yeah.
it's like I want to see that little. I just want to see a little lever that I can just like go adjust to the resolution that I want.
like put it on the controller and just.
Yeah, like just
Bump.
whoop, 4K now. Okay, we're good to go.
All right, so we're already in the claw now.
Essentially, we've been in the clock for a while.
The claw is the chat lobby asks. This is your guys' time in the chat to talk about anything you want to talk about. We'll
we
give you
kind of-
guys,
kind of just worked too.
which is what we've been doing, going
All
back and
day.
forth with.
Since 11 a.m.
Well, this is really, we don't have any subjects for this. You guys can make up any subject and we'll talk about it.
It might
What did
be
we
because
miss?
we're lazy, but it's also because we like to listen.
Yeah.
Xlorian has a question.
Ooh, question.
He hasn't said it yet.
Okay, well, I was thinking about it.
Don't some games allow? This is Last Geek. Don't some games allow you to choose graphics or performance? Yeah, for the PS4 Pro, you can.
But it's like it's minimal compared to what you can.
And not
select
every
on your
developer
own
does
rig.
that.
Yeah, not every developer does it, but it's really minimal when compared to like a PC. Which now that we're closing the gap, it really shouldn't be all that different. Like they can really give you a lot of customization if they wanted to. No.
Yeah.
Okay, his question, CMG Xlorian's question, is up top. Can we really keep calling them consoles for much longer? Are they just entry
Seriously.
PCs? I mean, yeah. I mean, even from
They're
Yes, you can,
basically-
because what a console is is basically a PC, but
It's
the
static.
reason it's a console it's because it's a mass-produced item with set specs and
Mhm.
hardware, and you develop for those set specs and hardware for a period of time, whereas a PC is
That kinda-
Always
all
a way-
over the
Yeah.
place.
Kinda, but that's like I don't know. That description kind of makes me feel like an iMac is a console, because you can.
it essentially is.
Essentially.
Yeah. I mean,
An
I think
iMac
it's more based on the software of it. Like it.
No. So it's software is
Because
one part of
console
it.
software is just so specific compared to anything you can run on a PC.
Well, yeah, because what it is to me, what makes a console a console?
it's a platform.
It's a platform
Yeah.
where,
So yeah, then a Mac is a console.
to an extent, the Mac would be
Yeah.
the console of the PC world.
yeah.
Like, because it's yeah, it's
Like
all
what you're saying.
yeah. But this is you can't call it. You mean you could call it PC? It
You know what?
technically
Then the
is.
PS5 is the PC, the console world. That's how
There
I
you go.
say it.
Yeah.
But it's something that is. Whereas, okay, so a PC, you build it.
And they will come.
If you're dumb, you spend $500 building it.
Yeah.
And then your computer's obsolete in a year or two
or less.
or less.
I think I know what
A
we're
year and a
referring
half.
to, and I feel really bad. But continue.
I know exactly what we're referring to.
Ha!
Or you spent $1,600 on it, and that lasts you. No, you spent more, and that lasts you. That lasts you a few years. Or you spend $3,000 on it, and it lasts you a good long time.
Yeah.
And the reason I say
It's
last you is not because it breaks down, in which in some cases it does, but because the
Fixable.
video games surpass it because they're pushing and pushing for the new graphics card, and at a certain point
Yeah.
they stop support for over here. The reason it's a console is because you never lose the ability to play the game that comes out for that generation because they're always building on that architecture. That infrastructure.
I mean, they might have step ups like PS4 Pro, but it's essentially very similar.
Yeah. So that's what makes it a console, is that it's a compact thing that you can look forward to them putting games out for years and not being obsolete until the next generation comes out. That's what makes it a console. Yes, you could call it a PC,
yeah, you're right.
but this is what makes it a console, is that you're not having to upgrade your computer or this console every couple years to be able to play the next
which
games.
is why, like, a lot of times when you're during the life of a generation, one generation, you can tell that as the developers start learning the systems very well, they actually can kind of tweak and make it look even better and better and better with the same hardware. So it's not really the hardware getting better; it's the developers getting better. That's why graphics look better.
At using that versus putting out a game and trying to make sure it's compatible with all these different hard drives and formats and systems.
It's like Apple versus Android.
Murray is in the
Murray.
He says,
What's up, Murray?
He says, poop. Wrong account. So he switches over to 404 not found. Poop. So.
Wait, you just put poop?
Yeah, twice.
Thanks, Murray.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice. Glad to see you here.
Yeah.
Hey, Murray.
I don't see no Murray.
I miss Murray.
Oh, man.
Murray, come see us.
Poop. All right.
Murray's a homeboy.
Good guy.
That might be it, unless you guys have something else you want to talk about besides poop, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
We'll give you guys 30 seconds to give us a new topic. If not, we're going to close it out.
Yeah. So how was your day?
It's pretty good. Woke up, drove about an hour and a half, did a podcast,
Woke up, got out of bed.
drag a comb across my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't. I put on a hat. I lied to you. Sorry. You found me out.
He needed a hat, apparently.
Okay, Claw asks, what next-gen systems do you want? I mean...
I think we've just been talking about it for a while now. PS5!
I mean, you can't really know what you want in the future.
Let's do this.
Do you want, like, what do you want with it, maybe?
So, no. Let's
I need to
let's
ask,
move
are
away
you
from the
asking,
PS5.
do we want a PS5 and an Xbox, blah, blah, blah?
Or
The
like
answer is yes, and I want them to both be
Yes.
good and both have support for them that makes me want to play them. Basically, first-party IPs that make me want to play that system and not go to another system.
Yeah.
I want a Nintendo Switch with the built-in party system.
We're not getting another Nintendo for a while.
I know, but I really want one that can actually party up. That'd be nice.
Well, I mean, a true generational.
Last Geek Plays says, are we going to see a VR headset war on the horizon?
No.
Well...
Yes,
I don't think
but it
so.
won't be a first-party Microsoft thing. My prediction is Microsoft will integrate the use of being able to use an Oculus or a Vive, and they will make it exclusive. It will be
Murray's not making any sense.
play an HTC Vive only on the Xbox. Something like that, right? It's going to be something like that. It's not going to be their own development because...
a couple of weeks, the Valve Index will be officially announced. What's the Valve Index? Is that their own VR headset?
No, isn't that...
Haven't heard of that because he's listing a bunch of
Yeah.
PSVR, Oculus, Vive,
So
random
yeah, the
heads-
Oculus has their new one, right? Which is the fully like portable one. What was it?
There's Oculus Go.
Go.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
then there's Oculus... I don't remember. There's...
And
But
of
they
course,
were like
the best.
wireless and more portable. No, that's cool. But then Vive has the Cosmos one, right? Which is supposed to be like insane. They haven't really released a lot of info on it, but it was at CES. It's completely wireless. It's got better screens. It's like an all-around better headset.
Yeah.
So I don't know. In my eyes, I'm
Basically-
excited for what I've always been excited for, which is
The-
HTC, the Vive.
Yeah.
But like,
The war that's going to happen is Sony already put all the resources into making their own VR platform. They've already submitted a patent for their next generation of VR. Microsoft is not going to try to chase down that.
Even with the HoloLens?
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to try to chase that down and try to compete there. What they're going to go is go, hey, you already built this. We'll integrate it, make it usable, and now we're competing. They're not going to put the effort, I think, into building their own platform like that.
yeah.
Because
They might just acquire something.
that you could just
Yeah,
have
they
somebody
could-
else do
yeah,
it for you.
yeah.
We'll just say, yeah, you can use it here, and it's a simple matter of allowing the code to be able to use on there.
Even the Switch is getting to the VR. It's like what, like a Nintendo Labo cardboard VR system. Like what? I can see them doing that. Look, you got VR because they've done it already.
Yeah. So I mean, they
Go ahead
could.
and take your Switch and plug it right in front of your face. There's your VR.
There's your VR.
Switch
mean,
is your VR.
Google did it with theirs.
Yeah.
Google
But
Cardboard.
use your phone.
You're using a Switch.
It's just so heavy, man. Just
When I say
slap that
VR,
sucker on your face.
when I say VR, I mean actual VR. I don't mean putting a phone in front of your face.
Okay,
Switch.
so
Yeah.
so Last Geek says they have a Nintendo Labo VR coming out.
Oh my god. Is it
real.
using the Switch? Please, God, tell me you're not putting the Switch in front of your face.
Well, how else are you gonna do it?
I don't know, man. I just...
I don't know. You guys done?
Alright. Alright, I'm pissed. No, I'm not pissed. I'm just like, I'm overloaded
Something
with
Claus
things.
says that he would like to see like better weather systems, seasons, and I mean that'd be kind of cool, but not needed. But how the AI would interact with the world, that's pretty good because you have a lot of buggy
the
AI.
weather.
Yeah,
That's all part of the next development. Like the
Yeah.
leaps and bounds from the last one to this one were,
you see more
Insane, you know?
photorealistic things.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
and especially with the ray tracing and being involved in these things, you're going to be able to create an environment a lot better.
Able
When
to
it's
trace those
cloudy,
rays.
you're going to be able to see actually, how it should look, not just it got darker.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
tracing those rays, man.
Tracing those rays. I don't know who Ray is, but he's being traced.
But trace them all day.
He's being traced.
traced.
That's a good joke too.
It was an excellent joke. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Yeah, this is CMG.
Thanks for
Podcast
watching
69?
the CMG.
Yeah!
Damn it.
It's the last time. All right. So I got real happy with that one.
This has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 69.
L69.
Oh.
Zonner was happy with all this, really. I hope this was all
I don't
his
even know if
Zonner's
he was
liking.
watching.
I hope he watched, and I hope he watches in the future.
Thanks for watching. I'm Matt
Yeah.
Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate. With me we had...
I'm Otto Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No Jeans! And on the end...
Robert Link, also known as RobDog1991.
Rob Dog 1991.
Oh yeah.
You can follow us on Twitter at CMG_Gamecast. Everywhere else at Casual Misfits Gaming. Look for the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and any podcast catcher you have.
Podcast catcher.
Yeah, that's what they call
I
it.
still love that term.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like
Anyways,
wild
also
fish.
if you want to, that's for the audio version. If you want to watch this later, you can go to our YouTube channel, also at Casual Misfits
way
Gaming.
more fun to watch.
It is more fun to watch. But I don't recommend it on your drive to work because it's a little distracting.
Nah, you can do it.
And it comes out usually Monday. The Monday following our podcast.
Because sometimes I can get it uploaded on Sundays, but I typically try to do it on Monday.
Yeah. So,
Monday.
anyway, this has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 69. You don't have a
69.
transition to be able to do it.
I
We'll
will
see
say
you
it.
next week.